What? Oh. I did something stupid. Why I already start out scuffed? I swear, Kanda-sama. I swear. This is technical difficulties, okay? Because I'm stupid. I opened every program I didn't need to open because this is not Twitch. But the one program I do have to open, I forgot. I forgot to open it. So, anyways. Yahoo, Kanda-sama! Hello, welcome. Scuff has been obliterated. There you go. Mian, hello! How you doing? Everybody, please check out Mian. I don't know how to do shoutouts on YouTube. Can you do shoutouts on YouTube? What do you mean nothing new? It's not ganja. It's kanja. K-A-N-J-A-S-A-M-A. I can spell. You see, I can spell. I miss you too. I hope we can hang out together soon. I've been so busy. This year can have bots on YouTube. I mean, I think I edit one. But I don't know. YouTube is still very new to me. If anybody has advice how to make my YouTube stream a little bit cooler, please let me know. I open like tits and my mix it up so you guys can headbutt me and throw stuff at me. But then I realized this is only for Twitch, and I forgot to open my VBridge. So the one program I need to have open, I didn't, and the others which don't work here, I had opened. I don't know. Oh, this person, what's your streams? Midnight, hello, welcome. I am still very new to YouTube streams. This is my second ever YouTube stream. What about almost burning kitchen? Okay, kill. Listen. First of all, thank you for being here. I'm glad to see you here too. Second of all, I can't explain. Okay, so listen. You know, baking paper, parchment paper, right? You put it in the oven, and then you put your stuff on it, and then you close the oven, and then you wait, right? And this is like to prevent stuff sticking to the thingy if you don't have an oven tray, which I do not have, okay? So what happened was, I put it in the oven, and after like 3 or 4 minutes, suddenly I saw some light coming out of the oven. I was like, that's brighter than usual, because it's a very tiny oven, right? So I bent down and I looked into it, and I see flames, and I was like, okay, this is not good. This is definitely not good. So I open the oven and I pull out the thingy, and I obviously turn it off, right? No, I did not turn plastic again. No, it was just a parchment paper that caught on fire because it was apparently too long and stuck to something that was able to put it. But anyways, there was a flame and it was starting to get bigger, and it was burning my parchment paper and my chicken at an alarming rate. So I was like, oh my god, I do not have anything where I could put water in and then throw it over there. Also, I'm not sure if I really should put water over an electric appliance. I don't think I should do that, right? So I blew on it. I was like, turn off, get off. And I was like, do I hit it with my sleeve, or will my sleeve caught on fire? Do I burn my skin? Because my burn is not easily flammable, right? What are some more scars to add to the collection, am I right? But no, my blowing was enough. I was just like, and it went off. So only half the parchment paper was burnt, and some of the bits flew onto my chicken. But I'm alright. The kitchen is alright, and my chicken still tasted good. So yeah. Parchment paper can burn if it has contact with the heating element. Yeah. Oxygen makes fire worse. Yes, but not if it's too much oxygen, right? I was thinking that too. I was like, I'm not trying to give the flame oxygen, but if you breathe out, you don't give it oxygen, you give it carbon dioxide, right? I paid attention to school, okay? Shut up, Kilo! Shut up! Hello, Pixel! Oh, just came to say that. What's time? Much use for YouTuber advice? Everybody has use for VTuber advice, okay? And even if you don't, why don't you like stay around to watch me, okay? Me specifically, because I'm very cute. A wet towel. I had neither a towel. No, I mean, honestly, I could have, you know, yeah, I could have used my sleeves and just made them wet and dab onto it, I guess. But I panicked and there was no time. The fire was getting bigger, and but it's okay. I suffocated. Okay, I suffocated it with my blowing. It's nice. You know, I rescued my food. Everything went fine. Nothing happened. Just almost. But if you go on my Twitter, I dropped my ice cream. I had like a test in school, okay, and I was like, you know what? I deserve a treat for this. That's the first time since I'm here, the first time since a month, okay, that I'm buying myself a treat. Something sweet to snack on. I have not purchased any snacks since I'm here. And I was like, I want some ice cream. And then I got some ice cream. I was like, what a nice day to eat ice cream. And when I opened the package, it plopped out onto my keyboard and gel pen. I could not eat ice cream. It was full of dust speckles. Yeah, long story short, I did not eat any ice cream. I wasted money, and then I spent the night cleaning my desk and mouse pad and keyboard. Needless to say, I will never buy this ice cream again. I found out my friend Rumi bought the same ice cream, right? And she told me this fucking ice cream is so fucking cursed, because that was the one that melted in her bag and ruined her bag. Because it melted fast. And I can attest to that. I put it in the fridge, and when I took it out, it was already half melted, okay? But yeah, alright. I was supposed to go to a festival today, but then there was a thunderstorm warning, so I didn't go. I'm so cursed. But on a positive note, guys, you know, earlier today I had a job interview, right? At the UOO. I have no idea what it stands for. If you watched me, you could have watched my interview, you know. I got accepted. So I'm no longer achy need. I finally have a real job. I will be in charge of medical stuff at the UOO. And if you were needing treatment, a one-on-one treatment is possible. I know when I will start. I was rejected at first because I was too overqualified. They told me that I was, you know, way too overqualified for the job. But then they reconsidered. Not because I threatened them or anything. It was actually you guys who told Lena to hire me. You were like, you know what? No. You need the job. So yeah, I did it. I got the job. I'm very thankful for you guys' support. Even though some of you didn't support me, and for those you didn't, for those you wanted to pass me off, okay. Look over your shoulder while you sleep, okay? Sleep with one eye open. Your house seems flammable. Okay, moving on. They were just scared, true. That was painful to see. You don't put ice cream in a bag or the fridge? No, you put ice cream in a bag when you're on your way home, and yes, you... Oh, you put ice cream in the freezer. Yeah, you see, I haven't eaten ice cream in so long, I forgot. What do you mean, my chicken? Shut up! My chicken was fine. My chicken was not burned. It just had like some parts of burned, I did burn my egg the other day. And then I ruined my pot because I tried to cook rice in my pot and then it burned. I'm no longer cooking rice in a pot. I need a rice cooker, but I don't want to buy a rice cooker because I'm not gonna, you know, where I'm gonna put it when I move out again. You know, I'm just it's a cruel world out there. Anything wants me to burn anything. I feel like the longer I've been a VTuber, the less I know about stuff, you know? I don't know. But, you know, it's okay. I can at least I can give VTuber advice now. Got important message. Okay. Do you guys wanna move on to the VTuber advice part of the stream, huh? Now that the intro is done and you guys roasted me enough, like I roasted my chicken. But someone who claims to be a good cook, you burn a lot of... Listen, I am a good cook, okay? My food still tastes good. It might be a little bit difficult to get there, but once I do get there, it tastes good, okay? I'm throwing all my baking paper away. Have fun burning your food onto the metal. Also, before I continue, how are you, Kanza-sama? I'm so sorry for canceling Friday's stream. I received some bad news and I was feeling pretty bummed out about it. But if we receive bad news, we have to make the best out of it. Allow you guys some... Wait, English difficult. Allow yourself... You guys should allow yourselves... Okay, that's the correct sentence. To be sad and then stop being sad and try to, you know, live one day at a time. So I needed a day to be sad. I needed a day to cope. And yeah. I'm sorry if I worried anybody, but maybe I'll talk about it one day. but yeah. Surviving in the basement. You're good, thank you. Ella Vernon! I'm sad we don't have the check-in redeems here. That's why I like Twitch a little bit more. I don't know. YouTube is nice, you know. I like YouTube as well. But I do miss the interaction I have on Twitch. Okay. Let's go to the gaming. Okay? The gaming. Okay, 1 second. Bye-bye. Okay. How to VTuber? You guys submitted questions. I will give you answers, right? So, as you can see, me, yumekuzukawa, the super qualified, cool, sexy, intelligent, cute, funny, and humble VTuber, will share my big brain advice with you guys, and success will be guaranteed. And if not, I will not be held liable. YouTube is better for videos than streaming. That is true, and because this is more like a video format, I'm trying to do this on YouTube instead. And this time on my main channel, because this is so ridiculous. I mean, I'm very grateful, but this is so ridiculous. My fucking bot channel, okay, got 2K subs, and I just recently broke the 1K subs here on YouTube. Wait, I guys subbing to my bot channel? Come on! It's literally called Twitch Archive. Hello, Mako. How you doing? What's your pronouns? Anything is fine. But thank you for asking. But come on. What are the chances? So I'm trying to get some, you know, I'm trying to recreate the formula of cracking the recommendation tab again with this Vtuber FAQ. I did want to turn the how to design Vtuber into like a 20-minute short video, but me re-recording the lines is awful, and then somebody else did a video like that after me, which I think, you know, they sounded a lot more cooler than me, and I hate to admit this. But, you know, I guess. But yeah, anyways, let's continue. Vtuber FAQ. I'll do the next one. I'll do the next one as a video format. I'm not trying to redo my one as a video format. This will just forever stay stream, I guess. And, I think I dislike the most is that I have to choose between seeing chat or the stream or having tiny stream window. What? No, I mean, how tiny is your screen? Kawa's life, yes. Probably need more clickbait time. No, so my YouTube. Oh, you mean my YouTube shorts? Maybe. I need to do something sus again. Mako, I need to commission you for that horse clip. Okay, jokes aside. Okay. You miss your video. I'm sorry, typo. But yeah, let's start VTuber FAQ. Well, where should I start in becoming a VTuber? You should probably start by getting a character design. So listen, I also provided some answers on the slides here. Ba-bam. So yeah, start by creating your character, and I have a very cool video about that. If you struggle with concept and character design, check it out. subtle advertisement here, okay? And yeah, you should also think about the concept and maybe a good name for your VTubing thingy. So also, of course, you need like equipment for it. you need like a headphone and a mic. And make sure that your computer can somewhat handle streaming, because before I became a VTuber, I only had like an iPad. You cannot stream over iPads, I think. I haven't even tried, but sounds like a hassle. I don't think I can do VTubing streams with just an iPad. I forgot about it. Thank you. Okay, Kilo, you do not have to know. Maybe you'll find out soon. Who's Mako? Pico is Mako. But Pico Clips is the channel name because Picora, but their name is Mako. So I refer to my viewers by their names, because I know all of you guys. I know you blood group. And if I'm wrong, then I'm not. You are wrong. I know yourself better than you know yourselves. But yeah, anyways, I would start by creating a concept, okay? That's the first thing you need to do as a VTuber, because you are gonna be a virtual personality. So you should start with your virtual avatar that will represent you going forward. And then think about what kind of Piper, what's your name? I actually know because of PayPal. I will not say. I will not dox you. Hello, Licorice! Oh my god, please check them out. They're so good. I love their content. When is your next video dropping? I need more. But yeah, think about the concept, think about your branding, maybe even think about the name that kind of comes with the branding. So I'm like a Menhera VTuber, right? So Yume is a very Menhera-y name, and Kuzukawa is literally translated into kawaii trash. So very Menhera. The name can also tie into your branding. Of course, you need like equipment for it, and do not be a VTuber. Actually start streaming. I don't care if you have a L2D model yet. I don't care if all you have is a fucking stick figure. Go create a channel with your name you like, and maybe even, you know, use some of like free to use overlays for concept, whatever. And go stream. Don't just talk about streaming on Twitter all the time and then never do it. This is the fastest way to kill your career, okay? Don't just roleplay on Twitter as a character and be like, I'm a VTuber. No, you're not. you're not a VTuber until you make content, okay? And I'm not talking about people who cannot really stream due to like schedule stuff and they stream rarely, because these people still stream, okay? It's just more rarely, okay? But they still stream, they still create content, okay? But if you never stream, don't call yourself a VTuber, okay? And if you're stuck in pre-debut hell, same shit. Try out streaming. I was streaming for 2 years before I debuted, okay? This didn't stop me. Not having a L2D model did not stop me from creating content, okay? Do not be a VTuber, just start streaming now. If you actually want to be a VTuber, start tubing. But yeah, think about the content you like to create. You can start slow with just playing games or doing drawing streams, I would say. But maybe branch out later. But the thing is, that comes with time, so don't stress over it too early. Alpha! I'm good, how about you? Okay, how do you make an eye-catching design? Also, how do you come up with a good backstory? Again, I have a video about how to come up with an eye-catching design. Check it out. People ask me that a lot, so go watch my video about it on my VOD channel. I can link it in my description later once the stream is over, because I don't know how to edit it on stream, but yeah. Anyways, again, think about your branding and a concept you'd like to have, and the backstory will probably tie into that. For example, if you like, I don't know, a bad VTuber, okay? And your story is about being a cat, it doesn't make sense, right? So don't just create a story about a cat VTuber and then your design is bad. I don't think that you get what I'm putting down. So in my case, I'm a nurse. So my backstory has obviously something to do with a hospital, okay? You don't have to be like very on the nose with it. Just watch my lore video if you want to know about it. But basically, that comes with the concept and the drafting, I'd say. At least that's what it was for me. If I think about a VTuber concept, or if you only have the design, right? If you have the design first and you want to come up with the story later, try to make your design work with the story you come up with. For example, if you have a very cyber-y design, don't put yourself in the medieval times, unless, of course, you want your story to be about a time travel, okay? That could be cool. The Chris Butts. What? No, it's on my VOD channel. It's the How to VTuber. It's if you go on my channel front page, I have a featured channel. That's my Twitch archive, and the How to VTuber stream should be the featured thingy. Your color palette is very appealing. Thank you. That also is discussed in my How to VTuber design video. I go over silhouettes, concepts, color palette, detailing, fan arting, and all that stuff. So if you want to know about designing, do that. Yeah, but I would say one thing that's very important you should do, try to incorporate stuff you like. Don't just go over stuff that's popular and then you know, go through with it and end up hating your design. Your lore and your design should also resonate with you, because you have to like it. First and foremost, you need to like it, okay? People should also maybe resonate with it a little bit, but you should like it. So you can do dark stories. Definitely. I recommend doing dark stories, but it's a how to do a dark story, okay? And I'll use 2 lores as an example. But yeah, we have a similar question here. First of all, thank you for liking my streams. And you can give your VTuber a horrible, traumatizing lore, but there are some rules I would recommend going on about, okay? First of all, do not trauma dump or use VTubing as a venting space. This can leave you open to cyber attacks, to haters, to people who like to bully vulnerable people. If you plaster all your insecurities and your traumas and triggers out there on the internet, people will use that information to attack you, so don't do that. Do not do that, okay? And your backstory can be something that resonates with you and is personal to you, but do not use it to like dox yourself, okay? Yeah, don't use real trauma as a lore, I would say. One thing I can recommend how to go about incorporating trauma into your lore, I will use Soto and Unnamed as an example. So for Soto's lore, he started out as a person who killed demons because demons killed his family, right? So there we have the trauma and loss of losing a family member and seeing somebody get murdered in front of your eyes. Pretty traumatic, pretty dark, okay? But his story has a hopeful ending. He finds a new family. he has a dark path, and then he moves on. His story is about finding hope and finding a new family, okay? It's overcoming that trauma. So you can also do something like that. And for Unnaked's lore, their lore was basically them having trouble expressing themselves, them never thanking their fans because they thought nobody cared, and then they got brutally murdered on stage, which I would say is pretty traumatic. And you know how their lore ends? By them grasping a second chance, okay? You have this story of being reborn to get another chance to thank their fans and to follow their passion of singing. It is very inspiring, it is uplifting, it is hopeful, but it has still very dark concepts in it. And if you take my lore as an example, if you paid attention, I have some dark themes in there. It's not too on the nose with my lore, but yeah, I have some dark themes in there. There will be a part 2 to it though, so I'm not gonna spoil it too much. But yeah, don't use your lore to just be like, oh, when I was a child, this traumatic thing happened to me, and so I'm drawing about it. Which obviously you can do, but I wouldn't recommend doing it as your VTubing thing. That's your career, that's something very personal, and don't be too personal, okay? So yeah, don't just be like, oh, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me, now I'm a VTuber. I would not do that, okay? Don't trauma dump, be careful with what you put out there. And yeah. So Minecraft VTuber, good concept. I don't know if you can monetize a pre-existing IP. I would probably not do it. Don't use pre-existing IPs for your design. It could get you into legal trouble. I want to go back real quick. By the way, because this question, I think, didn't ask it specifically, but I wrote here that lore is not needed. So if you have trouble coming up with lore, you don't necessarily need a lore. Steelwave is a VTuber who is a Twitch partner. He recently hit 25k and he has no lore. He has a concept which is like cyber stuff and being a tiger, right? But he doesn't really have a lore. The lore does help with the kayfabe if you want to go that route, but if you don't want to, you don't necessarily need a lore. I personally just like them because I love writing stories. But if you have absolutely no fucking idea what to do for your lore, don't sweat it. It's not that important for becoming a VTuber. Also, hello everybody in chat. Okay, I see a lot of smaller VTubers putting ADHD in bio and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't say that ADHD will leave you open to attacks. I at least never seen people getting shit on, like, seriously for having ADHD on the internet. Because what I've seen is people being like, oh, it's my ADHD thingy up. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, okay? I'm not saying that. But I don't think ADHD is, you know, something you need to be, like, very secretive about. Or need to be like, oh, that's, like, you know... Do you get what I mean? But I saw some people put stuff like beep survivor into their bio. Do not do that. People will use that to trigger you. Nobody needs to know that. Not every random Joe Schmo who comes across your profile needs to know that. This is very private information. Be secretive online, okay? Don't just put everything out there. That especially goes out to minors. I mean, I don't think I have any minors watching because I'm in, my community is 18+. But if a minor does come across this, do not put everything on the internet. Don't be stupid, okay? It's dangerous. You think people will use this these disclaimers in your bio as a way to respect you? No, they'll use it to disrespect you. The less they know about you, the better, okay? Don't tell people your age, your heritage, where you come from, where you live, your real name. Nobody needs to know that shit, okay? Be careful. Anyways, that's most of internet safety. But yeah. You can have dark themes in your lore, but don't overdo it. What are all the equipments needed for the full VTubing experience? So this one goes for... I want to underline the word full VTubing experience. If you just do this as a hobby, I don't care. You don't need all of this, okay? This is just if you want to go apeshit and very extra. So, of course, you need a computer. The good computer, a computer that can handle games, a good GPU, good RAM, okay? I recommend having at least 2 monitors. If you want to go apeshit, 3. So you have 1 monitor for game, 1 monitor for OBS, and 1 big monitor where you only display the chat, and I don't know, you know, go apeshit. Have a big setup. Obviously, you need a decent mic and headphones. If you want to have a very good mic, we go for it, but for me, USB is enough. I have a USB mic. It sounds decent. If I sound scuffed right now, it's because I haven't adjusted my sound to the new room yet, because I need my sound guy for this. You need a rigged VTuber model, duh! And I would recommend having very interactive stuff on your stream, something like TIDS, which is Twitch integrated throwing system, which obviously does not work on YouTube yet, I guess. Other good stuff like a heart rate monitor, which has also the VTS heart rate plugin. So when you play horror games, your heart rate will be displayed on stream, and if you like go very high with the heart rate, some toggles can be activated that change your facial expression. For the traditional VTubers under us, okay? Kayfabe! Do the kayfabe! It's basically role-playing on main. Not everybody's into that, but it does help. I can also recommend soundboards. So we have like funny sound alerts, you have funny thingies where you can like click on when something happens, like the boom vine sound. There's also a plugin that allows you to zoom into you, which I haven't set up yet. I have no idea how. Getting to that. Also haven't set up sounds yet. I would also recommend a Stream Deck, which I haven't written down here, but a Stream Deck helps immensely if you want to do toggles, you know? If I would just want to do a toggle like this, you know, bam! I don't have to go all with the fucking button thingies. I can just bam, toggle, go on. Bam, no cap, bam, cap on, okay? You can just click one button and you have every combination up there. And if you have like big toggle combinations where you combine like 5 toggles at once, like this one here, how do I, fuck, fuck. Okay, anyways, didn't know that would do that. Where was I? Right. Wait, did I fuck it up? Hold up. Hold up. Okay, fix. I think. Wait, it's kind of big. Hold up. Yeah, I moved it. Okay, there we go. so sorry. There we go. Tabbook's covering something? Yes, for YouTube. Definitely for YouTube. Anyways, how do you soundproof sounds from the outside of your desk space? Either you buy some stuff you can hang on the walls, which I cannot do, or you get somebody who understands sound like my mod Lucius, who can set up all the filters you need and everything. So that helps. Soundproofing is like dozens of more soundproof tiles. Not just that, you can also achieve it somewhat with filtering your mic, adjusting your mic gain. I don't know if my mic gain is good enough right now. But anyways, yes, kayfabe, blah blah blah, sounds, blah blah blah. But yeah, if you wanna do the full traditional VTuber thing, do some kayfabe experience. Stay in character basically. Roleplay on mine. I'm not activating more toggles because my toggles I'm screen sharing and this stupid bitch ass stuff is like betraying me. Anyways, moving on. What to look out for hardware for streaming, like capabilities and so on. So this one is a little bit, again, not moved. Hold up. Why is this doing this? Okay. Stupid ass. Okay. I'm so sorry, this is so scuffed. I wish I could do this better. Anyways, I'm not allowed to hang anything on my dorm walls, so I'm not gonna. Which is why I might sound a little bit echoey until I figured out my filters. But basically, what to look out for hardware for streaming and what capabilities. This highly depends on what content you'd like to create. So, I would recommend going for a good GPU that can handle the games you'd like to play. When I started out VTubing, I thought I'm not gonna play any games. How foolish of me, I know. I thought I'm not a gamer, I suck at games. I don't think anybody will want to see me play games. The only game I want to play is Genshin. And other than that, I'll just do drawing streams and will be like a drawing VTuber. But then I found out that drawing on stream is not really fun for me because I don't really talk a lot because I'm concentrated on my drawing. And then I was like, I kind of want to play more games than just Genshin on stream. So I kind of miscalculated here, and my GPU in turn kind of sucks. But also I couldn't get a better one at the time when I built my computer because, bitch, that shit was so expensive, okay? But yeah, you need a good GPU, like Fern said, for like streaming, because it needs to be able to handle OBS, which I would recommend OBS instead of Streamlabs OBS, because OBS is much nicer on your thingy than what's it called? God, it's much nicer on your PC. on your RAM and all that shit. Make sure you have enough RAM. Make sure you have good headphones and a good mic, okay? But yeah, you need to check what content you'd like to create and then check what hardware you need for it. And also, if you want to do like cooking streams where people see your hands and everything, get a webcam for hand tracking or like stuff like this, or get a if you have like 3D model, that's especially good, or you can just do hand cam streams, okay? What's your PC setup? If you want to join my Discord server, I have all my specs written out in my FAQ channel. I don't know them by hand right now, but I have 2 monitors. I have a computer which has enough RAM. Like basically everything is decent aside from my GPU. It kind of sucks, but I have a 270 now. I'll replace it soon. Currently I run on a 160, which dog shit. Okay, I'm telling you, do not go for it. But I literally had no choice, and I was kind of out of money. I use an iPad to track my face. I have a beacon to split my sound. So I also have like, which is, by the way, something I talk about later, but split your sound, okay? And a 270, it's 2070, shut up. So yeah, think about the content you'd like to create and then think about what hardware you'd need for it. I think that's the best way to go about it. Can your PC handle VTS? Can it handle VBridger? Can it handle OBS? Can it handle the game? Can it handle music? Can it handle Twitch integrated throwing system? All that stuff, okay? Think about that and then make sure that your PC is equipped enough to handle that. Okay, then we have more questions. What device is better, iPhone or webcams with Win Hello Funk? iPhone. Is it necessary to use stream controller and audio mix of streaming as VTuber? Not necessary, does help a lot though. Is it better to use L2D model instead of a PNG for audience, or does it depend more on content? And I have more in-depth answer here. So I personally think iPhone is better for tracking than webcam, and it's not necessary, but it makes your streaming life a lot easier if you do have a stream deck, because then you can just activate your toggles, or you know, have like a sound device. Like I think GoXLR is kind of discontinued right now, so I have a beacon sound device, and I basically have all my sound split. I have my mic split, I have my game split, I have my background music split, and I have my browser source split, and my system sound split. So if I want to mute something, like my stream alerts, without muting the stream background music, I can do that. And if I want to watch something on YouTube without getting a copyright strike, because, you know, I want to keep the VOD, then my audio is filtered out. My browser audio, aka the one YouTube audio, is not being put into my stream, so if I upload the VOD, you only hear me and everything else but the YouTube, okay? So I recommend doing that to avoid having muted VODs. How to do that though? I can't tell you, because again, I have sound guy who literally, I mean, he explained everything to me, but get a sound guy is my advice. I tried to, like, you know, research about sound. In theory, Android tracking also got way better, and if you use a webcam, Google made an interesting system but more difficult to set up. I have no idea about any of that, to be honest, because I don't have an Android or a webcam. I just recommend an iPhone. It doesn't even have to be an expensive one if you just use it for streaming. Simply because it's less likely to bug out. When my PC is fine, just my GPU sucks. But yeah, as for the PNG or L2D model question, it highly depends on your journey, okay? I started out as a PNG, and I would recommend starting out as a PNG to like check if you actually do like streaming. And you can always build up from there, so you don't have to go with like a L2D model from the get-go. Because keep in mind, all this advice I'm telling you here is more so for aspiring VTubers and who most likely will be indie when they start, right? Unless, of course, you directly apply to a corporation and get taken in. Which, by the way, most corporations want you to have experience, so yeah, I would say this does not apply to corpo stuff, because of course you don't join a corpo and then you debut as a PNG, but you know, I have advice for PNG tubers. If you too broke or don't have the resources yet to make your own L2D model, use PNGtubing Plus. This is such a good thing. I'll put it in my description after the stream is over as well. But basically what it does, right? It is so helpful to give you guys a more interactive PNG experience. It looks like the PNG is moving more. You can even set up toggles and all that thing. So yeah, get PNGtubing Plus if you want to do PNG tubing only, or if you want to start up with PNG tubing. It's explained how to set up and everything here. And it definitely makes the experience way cooler, and you'll be able to stand out a little bit more among other PNG tubers. Okay, when taking into account everything needed to kickstart a VTubing career, model, good equipment, service, subscriptions, computer upgrades, etc., and average, what would you say the cost of investment is? And the cost of VTubing money, and the cost of being a VTuber, pros and cons. So I'll go over the money aspect first. And first of all, it's fucking expensive! Okay, I'm crying here, I'm crying. The shit is expensive. Do not become a VTuber if you want to save money. In theory, everything you need to have as a VTuber can be free if you are a one-man army and you can do literally everything, like rigging, drawing, animation, graphic design. If you can do all that shit, like video editing on top of it, I think it's also sound design, voice acting, okay, then go for it. Then it's absolutely fucking free. All that thing costs is probably your time and a subscription to L2D, which is I think $300 a month or so. I don't know, it's kind of expensive still. L2D is expensive, unless of course you learn it in a month, because you get a free month, okay? My personal debut was around 6,000 to 9,000. I say 6,000 to 9,000 because my rig was a gift. My rig was 3,000 bucks worth, so if I had to pay for it, it would have been 9,000, and because I didn't, my debut and everything was quote-unquote just around 6,000, okay? As for my equipment, some of the stuff were gifts. I did a commission for 70 bucks to afford my mic. I got my stream deck gifted from my community. I think it was around 100 to 200 if I remember correctly. So that one goes to you guys. My keyboard was a gift from my best friend Kuro. I have no idea how much it cost her, probably around 200 as well. It was a birthday / Christmas gift, so I don't know. And my mic, no, not my mic. My mouse was 120 bucks, but it was also financed by my community. Oh, you got oil baron viewers? Yeah, that is true. My model was around 1,200 if I remember correctly. My overlays were 630. My debut slides were another 100 bucks. God damn it. I need to go over it. But basically, if you're a one-man army, it costs you nothing but time, most likely. You know, aside from buying Clip Studio Paint, which is like, I got it in a sale for 25 bucks for a lifetime, so not too expensive. But yeah, industry standard prices for rigging are around 2 to 3K. It can be cheaper, but also most cheaper rigs are usually not that experienced. And if you want to have like a good rig, the usual price you expected to pay are around 2 to 3K. Model standard prices can range from 1K. If you go for Japanese artists, they're usually cheaper because they don't know how to price themselves. So I make sure to tip them make sure to tip them. Normal model prices are around 2K to 4K. I know people like Kamatsudo have like 7K as a price, so Kama models are super expensive but also super worth it. Their cutting is top notch, their communication is top notch. You do not have to worry about anything. Their revisions are free. They work on the model with you until it's perfect. So you actually get very, very, very good quality for the 7K price. Models are very expensive because they consist of thousands of layers, and the more toggles you have, the more expensive it gets, okay? You would never do that. So yeah, model standard prices can also be expensive. PC standard price for good streaming is around 2K, I would say, more or less. But just the computer. I'm not counting in monitors and other equipment like keyboard, mouse, microphone, whatever. It's just the computer, okay? My computer was around 1,200, and then I got like the rest for like 300, 400 bucks. I was very lucky with my monitors because I got 2 monitors for the price of 200 because they were in the Black Friday sale when I bought them. The original price of 2 monitors was like 200 something, so both together would have costed me 400 something, but I got it in sale. Anyways, keep commercial rights in mind, okay? Keep commercial rights in mind. Keep in mind that everything you do pay for VTubing comes with commercial rights, and that's why most of the prices are so expensive. You're not just ordering I don't know, a custom design for your own character. No, you order a custom design for a commercialized design which you will be using on stream, which is intended to be monetized one day or another. And even if you don't have your streams monetized yet, they will be one day, and that's why they will cost money. Because imagine you buy something and you don't buy the commercial rights for it, and then you earn money from it, and then you get in trouble. Because obviously when you start earning money, you will not just stop using your model, right? So make sure to keep that shit in mind. Overlays and panel prices and such can range from 200 to 400 or even 600. My overlays altogether were like 600 because I had three different screens, modular and animation along with it. That's why it was like quote unquote expensive. I still think the price was fair, but you know. But it doesn't have to be, because there are tons of free to use assets out there. There is so much free to use stuff or pay to use stuff for cheap that you can use. The only drawback for that is that it's not customized to your character, usually. But you if you're lucky, you maybe find something that's fitting your theme and aesthetic, you know? Hello Milo! Hello T-Trap! Wait, T-Trap, you were there before. Sorry. Also, hello Artie! I'm sorry if I'm not saying hello to a lot of people. What the fuck? Hi? What do you mean, what the fuck? Hi? Hello Saiken, how you doing? So yeah. The pros and cons of VTubing, you know, like the mental cost of VTubing. In my opinion, the pros outweigh the cons, but pros are definitely your creativity is endless. You yourself are your own limit. You have a very fun and unique form of expressing yourself. You can literally become whatever the fuck you want. You want to be a giant horse? Go become a giant horse. I don't give a shit. I mean, I do give a shit. I don't like horses. Stay away from me. But just saying, we all know you cannot magically transform into your favorite animal IRL, so why not become a catgirl VTuber, you know? Well, or you can just be like me, be a human. But yeah, I think that's like the biggest aspect as to why I love VTubing so much, because your form does not need to stay the way it is forever. You can upgrade with new outfits and new hairstyles and new concepts whenever you want, or whenever your money allows it, I guess, or your time if you are one-man army. You can have cohesive branding, because one thing I find that real streamers lack most of the time is cohesive branding. Their background is just their room, you know? And if they have like, they don't really have like themes going on. Like, for me, it's nurse, okay? Meaning, if I would be a real streamer, I would want to like cosplay in like a nurse uniform, okay? Like with my face and all. But then my backdrop doesn't really fit because it would just be my room in the backdrop, and I would hate that. So I would need to rent out a studio that looks like a hospital in the back or whatever to stay in branding, which kind of fucking sucks if you think about it. Also, if you want to stream out of a real hospital, that probably also fucking sucks. So I don't know. I think you can be more cohesive with your branding if you like go the VTubing route than if you have to like rely on your real face and all that. Green screen? I did not think about green screens, but also they look cheap most of the time. I hate green screens. I don't know, just my opinion. Because also I don't really watch a lot of real streamers or VTubers. I really only watch VTubers. I'm sorry. You're so right. Green screens exist. Be like you, a mental ward patient. I'm a nurse. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, you can't really have like cool programs and interact with you. Because if somebody subscribes, right, and you want to get your chat mascot thrown in your face, I think if you want to do that IRL, there's a way to do that might be very difficult to achieve. But if you're a VTuber, you can just set up a program and bam, you get Byoki ass thrown into your face. Very good, very good. Anything you want, you can get thrown at you, okay? You can become a new form of media. I'm not gonna go into much detail because I actually have a project and planning, and once I release it, you guys are gonna be like, wow, hopefully. But another example I can give, K-Sun is literally part of the game now. And I think some Vshoujo members also became like part of a fighting game or some shit, you know? You can literally be thrown into a game. I'm not saying you cannot do that as a real person either. You know, like Tony Hawk had like real skaters in there, but I think it's cool if it's anime characters, okay? Just saying. And it doesn't stop with video games. You can literally ascend to a new medium if you ever so desire, because you're digital now. Also, in my opinion, it's fun, especially if you're a weep. It's so much fun to also become like an anime waifu, like you always dreamed of, okay? You can become your own waifu. And you also never have to like get dressed for streaming. I'm literally in my pajamas right now. If you have a bad hair day, or I don't know, if you have like a pimple on your face, nobody will ever see, nobody will ever know, nobody gives a shit, because nobody will ever see this, okay? So you'll forever look pretty and cute and amazing. No bad hair days whatsoever and ever. And then, I mean, obviously VTubing also has like a lot of cons, and you have to navigate through that sea of cons and make sure that it's still something you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with some of the stuff, obviously it's worth considering what you want to do. So you run the risk of not being a unique design, especially with the oversaturated VTuber market. If you want to be a cat girl, do you know how many fucking cat girl VTubers are out there? And if you have like more so normal features, I'd say. There was a recent controversy with a brown-haired fox girl VTuber who was compared to another brown-haired fox girl VTuber who was like a little bit bigger than her, simply because they had the same model mama. And she got dragged by people because, oh, you stole from her, you faking her. Which no, they just have the same model mom and happen to have the same hairstyle slash hair color, which is quite frankly a very basic hair color and hairstyle to have. So yeah, you do actually run the risk of getting people upset about your design if you not come up with something super unique, never to be seen before kind of stuff. Especially if you go more the basic route or basic concepts, or you know, because some people are like, I don't know, dinosaur VTuber, and then you have like human VTubers, and you know, humans tend to look alike more than maybe a dinosaur would to a human, you know. So you run the risk of getting into that kind of stuff. I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass. I have never seen a dino VTuber actually. Shut up! I'm not talking about horses. I'll say hello to him. Just be Mario VTuber. No, that's an IP you cannot use. Nintendo will sue you. So yeah, it's kind of hard to stand out because of that. Because the market might be a little bit oversaturated and you cannot stand out simply by having a VTuber character anymore. Because I know when 2020 happened, the VTuber boom happened, and basically anybody who had a character and was kind of funny blew up. And nowadays, being funny and having a VTubing character is no longer enough to get the chance to blow up, okay? You have to have like a very good looking model. If people find your model unconventionally not attractive, you know, then they will probably be like, ooh, ugly. I'm not even gonna watch you because your model is ugly. It doesn't matter how good your content is, you know? So that's also something to keep in mind, which is sad, in my opinion. And I personally don't really like care how your model looks like. If I think your concept is nice and it appeals to me, I will watch you. You cannot do some IRL activities that well, in my opinion. For example, if I do punishment streams where I have to do like squats or sit-ups or some shit, you guys cannot see me actually do them. You can hear me moaning and suffering, but you cannot actually see me do it. And I would never like turn on a camera just so you guys can see me for like 10 minutes or whatever much it takes to do those squats and whatever. So you are a little bit limited with stuff like this. You can still do them, but they may not like translate as well into the virtual space. Don't mention horses. Shut up. Shut up. What do you mean, Zootopia? What do you mean one will debut soon? I think Triceratops girl would be cute. I know of one girl, Rimu, who has a mascot being a dino. So check out Rimu Arts. I had her in my Vtuber design video. I'll say hello there. How you doing? Okay, sometimes people will cry about immersion breaks, especially if you try to be like more of a traditional VTuber and then do like a face reveal or anything that breaks your immersion. People can be shitso and cry about it because my anime, the waifu immersion was broken, and then you have to deal with those type of people. And I mean, you could argue that if you're a real streamer, you get also harassed for the way you look because, oh my god, I don't think you're attractive, so nobody should think you're attractive kind of comments will probably be a thing if you're a real streamer. But I don't know, that's like just something to consider, that you might be expected to not have IRL content when doing VTubing. Especially if you do play into the kayfabe, then it is kind of more so seen as a cardinal sin. If you don't do kayfabe whatsoever, nobody gives a shit, is what I basically found out. But yeah, parasocialism can be on a much higher, more deranged scale. I'm not saying real streamers do not have to deal with parasocialism as well, okay? It's very real. Just look at K-pop idols, okay? But people will depersonalize you. They will not see you as a real human being behind the avatar, and they will fall in love with the avatar, and then they will go full shitsu mode on you, and they will be very parasocial because now you're their anime waifu. And what are they gonna do if their anime waifu does not end up with them, you know? Because it's like a different form of anime waifu. It's like an interactive anime waifu, and she's just there to please me, right? So you have to deal with these type of people. So keep in mind that this could be a risk. I'm not saying all parasocialism is bad. If it has like a healthy balance, I think it can be good. But if it's too much and it swaps into that territory, pretty a bit. Do not recommend. And you get lumped in together with other people and not be taken serious. So if you are, for example, not a YouTuber, but you post like a dick joke, right? Some people can be like, oh my god, you're a YouTuber, you're like this type of VTuber, blah blah blah, and like hate on you for simply, you know, being like a little bit lewd. The other way around also works, you know? If you're just like a VTuber, and I think Gouda won like an award, right? And people were like, why is an AI winning an award? Like, bitch, she's not an AI. She's a real person just using a virtual avatar. What are you talking about, okay? So your hard work will get discredited. You'll get lumped in together with AI stuff. You get made fun of because, oh my god, you're hiding behind an anime avatar. You must be fucking ugly. Most recent controversy. Shit like this. People will not take you as serious as they probably maybe would a real streamer, because why do you play an anime character online? That's kind of cringe, you know? These type of people are also kind of a thing. Got your wisdom teeth removed. Oh god, please recover. The immersion breaks and they do feed reel. No immersion is broken. People are weird. The duality. Me becoming a POG VTuber. Time to sell duckies. Funny you say that. It makes me sad to hear that creepy parasocialism. I have wanted to see every VTuber as a person who just uses model. I never have seen you as a wife or husband, no, I have always seen you as a person. I want to say I appreciate this, but the stupid person part on me is wanting to make a joke about why you not see me as a waifu. Hydrate? Okay, fine. Let me hydrate. Oh yeah, people who don't like your design might even insult you. Some VTubers are real pretty. Have you ever seen Yuzu face? I do not know Yuzu. I'm sorry, but I know that a bunch of my friends IRL are so fucking pretty. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying that VTubers are ugly. That was just something. If you are living on a rock and you're not part of the VTubing community, you probably missed it. But there was a trend going on the past 2 days or so where a bunch of people face revealed to prove somebody wrong. And we're like, oh, you think I'm an ugly? I'm not gonna say it to, you know, I don't wanna actually like give a light to the controversy. But basically, many people proved this person wrong, and many people are very, very pretty. Well, yeah. Again, being a VTuber does not make you ugly. It just makes you wanting to use a virtual avatar, and that's fine. Sometimes you just don't want to like dress up nicely and be in your stupid ass pajama. It's not that deep. Wait, what isn't working? Okay. Where should someone start in order to build the following, even if small, before launching into streaming? So I always recommend doing both at the same time. It might be a little bit more work, and it might take you some time to get used to, but basically any social media platform you deem worth it, I would try. I know back then it was Twitter before Musk ruined it. Nowadays, I'm not really sure about Twitter, but I also can't think about a good alternative, because who the fuck is on Facebook nowadays? Instagram is just as cringe and doesn't really treat you well if you don't post reels. TikTok, I would say, is good for like reach, and so is YouTube, but I wouldn't really say it's like a social media platform where you can just message people all the time. I don't even think YouTube has like a messaging function. And it doesn't really have like a tweet feed where people can see other posts and just your videos. And it would require you to like, you know, constantly have live streams or videos you have to like post. So I would probably still stick to Twitter until somebody comes along with something better. But yeah, start creating content on 2 platforms, not just one. Try to do your streaming stuff on the side and then use the other platform to promote said streaming stuff. Apparently you can do Twitter, but links your tweets just in the replies. Kind of sucks. Also, I mean, I pretty much answered already, but it also depends on what kind of audience you'd like to attract. Because different people flock to different types of content, and different communities are on different platforms. For example, 4chan, Reddit, Facebook, Miss K, Blue Sky. You know, all these platforms garner a wide variety of different types of people who use it, okay? And it really depends who you'd like to garner to. And of course, with stuff like Twitter, it's of course a little bit more broad because you have like circles on Twitter. Because not just like any real I don't know, celebrity Twitter is something that's never on my Twitter. Sport Twitter is never on there. So I never engage with like sport fans, but my Twitter is full of anime shit. So obviously it also depends. Oh yeah. But yeah, it really depends on where you'd like to, or what kind of audience you'd like to cater to, and then which platform to choose based on that. Okay, is there a minimum stream frequency / duration that helps with the algorithm? As in, it is best to stream every day or have intervals? Is it better to go for 3-hour plus streams, or would 1 to 2 hours be enough? Is there a frequency in which you should post videos and bots so the algorithm boosts your posts? So if it's TikTok, people say if you want to actually be picked up by the algorithm, you need to post at least 3 times a day, which is very exhausting. And I don't think it's like very good if you don't plan to do like TikTok full time. But other platforms, I would just say be consistent. And this consistency can look different from person to person. So you have to figure out your rhythm, okay? If you cannot stream 8 hours every day, do not do it. Don't do it. It will burn you out, okay? And I would also not stream 8 hours one day of the week and then the rest of the week not anymore at all, okay? I recommend, my personal thing that works for me best is 3 times a week, and I try to stream 4 to 5 hours, which that is something that works for me because I take like 1 hour for the introduction, okay, so I don't really count that hour, and then I take like 3 hours to actually figure out the game, and then I take 1 hour to play the game. Jokes aside, that's just something that works for me. If you can only do like 1 to 2 hours, it's like rather short, so try to like maybe do 4 times or 5 times a week even. If of course, it's sustainable for you and it doesn't interfere with any other activity you have in your daily life. For example, I cannot stream Monday and Thursdays because I won't be home until like 6 p.m. And after that, I'm fucking exhausted. I'm not doing anything anymore other than homework and go to bed, okay? So you'll never see me stream on those days unless it's like a holiday and I have time, you know? And then I know what to post on Twitter, I'm not gonna lie. I'll get over that. I'll get over that. Talk over that. Speak about it. Speak about it. I'm speaking about it. God, my English sucks today. How to and what it's like, what to do. What do you mean? You can do Twitter, but don't put links in your tweets. Depends. Basically, it is up to you and how much you want to stream. Scheduling stream is then what counts. So also, one thing I would say, if you already kind of have an audience, try to listen to the audience. What is best, okay? And in my opinion, don't just like be super fucking wonky with your schedule, okay? I think, yeah, is it better to have a fixed schedule or a flexible one? So I think finding a sweet middle is nice. I personally would stick to a more consistent schedule because it can get very confusing if you stream on different days all the time and different times all the time, because then nobody knows when the fuck to catch you unless they check your schedule. But if you have like an established like schedule, for me it was like Tuesday, Friday and Sunday, my streaming days, and I always stream at 7 p.m. my time. And back then 7 p.m. my time was a Western time zone. Now I'm in Japan, so it's kind of different. But if people didn't know what I will be doing in that week, they knew that chances are they stop by at 7 p.m. I will be online, okay? And then they could watch me. They didn't necessarily have to like check my schedule or join my Discord or check my Twitter for that, you know? So I recommend doing that, especially if you're starting out. Don't just go winky wonky, fucky wucky with your schedule all the time, because it will confuse people and they kind of want a little bit consistency. But of course, if you have like a collab on a day where you usually don't stream, don't just be like, oh, I can't do the collab even though I have nothing to do that day because I don't stream on that day, out of principle. Like, don't do that shit. Obviously be like, okay, yeah, we can do a collab on that day, and then incorporate it in your schedule and advertise that change, okay? If you have a change in schedule, advertise it. Be like, hey, just a reminder, I'm now streaming on Wednesday. You know, like, you know, a little bit flexibility is always good to have, but just don't go like random bullshit, go with your schedule. Okay. How to promote yourself without being annoying? Do you have an advice for promoting yourself without bothering people? How do you reach your audience and get people to stay? That's something that most of you guys are concerned about. And I will tell you what not to do before I tell you what to do, okay? Do not ever go into another person's stream and be like, hi, how are you? I'm streaming now. I have to go. Bye. I'm streaming this game, by the way, if anybody wants to watch. Or be like, hello, in my DMs. I'm a streamer. I do these types of streams. Would you like to watch me? Or go under another person's comment section and be like, hey, I stream as well. Please check me out. Nobody ever wants to watch you if you do that shit. Self-advertising is a sin. Do not self-advertise in other people's spaces, okay? If they have a Discord server where they have self-advertising channels with rules to follow, then yes, you might do that, okay? But don't just go into another person's Discord and be like, oh, guys, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm preparing for my debut right now. It's tomorrow. Do you guys want to watch? Like, nobody wants to watch you. You're not in your community. Nobody's like, oh, I've never seen this person before and they have a debut. Yeah, I'll check them out. Like, they are in that server for the other VTuber, not for you. And people will hate you for this. And the other VTuber will be like, what the fuck is with that person? Why are they coming to my server to self-promote? They will hate you. It will ruin your career. Don't do that shit. But there's a subtle way to do it, okay? There's a subtle way to do it. And I like to call this subtle way networking, okay? It's basically not very, like, advertising. It's more so networking. So, very important. Use your own social medias, okay? Try to be innovative. So for example, I saw something very, very cool. There was a model reveal going on about a VTuber. Oh, I forgot her name because I'm stupid with names. Basically, her model reveal was not just, oh, model reveal, retweet, like, share, comment, whatever, you know, to unlock. Her model reveal was like a video, and it was like a broken PC thingy. And it was like, you have to like deformate me or whatever in order to unlock it. And people were like, yo, like deformating like a external drive or some shit, that is creative. So people shared it around, and then other people were like, hey, that shit is cool. So be innovative with your advertising. Don't just go like, oh, I have a stream, hee, here's my stream link. Don't do that shit. Be like, hey, I'm doing this super cool fucking thing on stream that you've never seen before. And then people will share it around. They'll do the promotion work for you, okay? Try to be creative. Try to be innovative. Try to join trends. There's this VTuber I love, okay? Her name is Sky, okay? She did a trend where she got like, she hit a milestone and then she cropped out the other number. So it was like a 3-digit number or something, or 4-digit number, I don't know. And then she cut out the 4-digit and then she just left the first digit and was like, oh, thank you for like 5 followers or something. And people thought it was like so cool and they shared it around. Then other people joined that trend. I'm being one of them, because they thought, oh, that's so fucking funny. And they shared it around, okay? So try to join trends, okay? Obviously, not everybody likes it when you join trends, but honestly, you don't try to cater to everybody, okay? That's one of the biggest mistakes you can do. You do not have to garner to everybody. Try to garner to an audience you'd like to foster, okay? Very important. Collabs. Do collabs with other people. Don't just, but the thing is, if you do collabs, I'm talking about collab etiquette later. We're gonna go over that more specific later. But yeah. Do collabs, can help with like reach and everything. Utilize other platforms. Don't just stick to Twitch and then wonder why you never have any more people join your Twitch stream. Because nobody's gonna go and like have a big reach on Twitch, okay? You have to actually be on other social medias. You have to promote yourself on Twitter. You have to promote yourself on YouTube. You have to promote yourself on TikTok. I don't know. Like, you know. And the most important thing, create content other than streaming. You might be primarily a streamer, but you should also create content. Do YouTube shorts. I don't know. Clip your own streams if you have to. Learn how to edit and post funny clips about your streams and post them on TikTok and YouTube shorts. And then people will see that shit and be like, hey, this bitch funny. I might check out a stream of theirs, okay? Try to create content. But now let me catch up with stream a little before I rip more into people. So this way, you will not be annoying. That's how you advertise. You don't advertise by just advertising. Like, you're not trying to like post something in like a newspaper and try people to call you up, okay? You're not trying to sell something, you try to sell yourself. And how do you sell yourself? By not objectifying yourself. Don't just be like, hey, call this number and get a table. No, you be like, hey, do you want to see this person do this funny thing? Then yes, go there. You know, that's how you advertise. Do I make sense with my example? Does my metaphor make sense? Evergreen on like tutorial videos, like how to draw, what to tweet. YouTube will recognize videos all the time for a great VTuber example. Look at Ring Penrose shorts. Oh yeah, Rin Penrose. I was like, who the fuck is Ring? Yeah, I like her. It's up to you how much you want to stream. Scheduling streams is then what counts. Yes, you have to plan. You have to make find a rhythm. I do not recommend streaming once a week and then take a hiatus for like 1 month. That'll fucking ruin your chances of getting discovered. If you never stream, people will not really check you out. I've been unfollowing people on Twitter who I found out never stream and only retweet. Because I've been feeling really like, why am I following this person? They keep reposting the same artwork over and over again. Do maybe like a sussy caption. But other than that, that's not. They do nothing. They don't stream. They were last seen online 3 months ago. They don't have like a hiatus post where I can excuse that shit, you know? And I don't want to follow those people. I don't want to follow people who never really post anything but roleplay with their OCs. I'm not interested in seeing that. I'm interested in seeing your streams. I'm interested in seeing personality, seeing content. I don't want to see you be like role-playing sexy RPs with other people on your Twitter. I don't want to see that shit, you know? I don't know. Create content. Don't be a VTuber. I hate Facebook as it harassed me every day by 1,000 messages every day, bruh. No, I mean, Facebook was just an example because I actually saw so many Asian people are on Facebook to promote their VTuber stuff. I don't know. It kind of works. In Asia, Facebook isn't dead yet. Not completely, at least. It's very popular by Filipinos. I don't know what get a table means. Like literally, you know, you look into a newspaper and see an advertisement for buying a table. No VTuber retweets Jam on Twitter once a week. She got lots of traction because of that. Yeah, find your niche is also something. If you find your niche and it works, try to ride off that niche train and create innovative content within that niche. Facebook is still a thing here. Yeah, in the Philippines it is. I have so many Filipino friends who use it on this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go over like Tay's question first. So I want to make basic questions, blah blah blah. Yuyu-sama, very important part. How do you get your assets if you're not an artist? Free to use assets. Which program, or commissioning artists if you have the money. Which program do you recommend for streaming? I think I mentioned it earlier, but OBS instead of Streamlabs OBS because it's easy on your PC. Do you need tons of money to start VTubing? Depends. You do not necessarily need tons of money to start, but you might need tons of money if you want to have like the proper corpo type VTubing experience. But the starting out, basically free. And I'm gonna go to that after I'm reading that very big message from Keima. Good day, Yum-sana. I have nothing but the utmost respect. Oh, thank you. For sending VTuber platform without the corporate support. Do you guys really think that? I mean, I'm trying my best. that really means a lot to me. Thank you. I do really appreciate the tips that you've given during your Danganronpa 2 live stream recently. I already forgot what I said. I'm so sorry. But I'm glad it helped. I'm glad it helped. I've hit a mental roadblock which could be as easily as moving it aside like a pebble for you. I don't think so. Everybody has different battles to fight. I'm a media university graduate with no skill in art, only amazement. I'm an observer. I tried to make a gremlin version of my avatar in PNG, but I find it difficult to draw the hair. I wish to have a male model, and I don't know if it's just me, but I find it very limiting. I know that dude, why is like Marshmallow transforming the messages so weirdly? That yet I want to push through. Is it weird? No, that's actually the one thing you do need. You need drive. If you want to make it as a VTuber, you need motivation. You need to drive to push forward and overcome your roadblocks. I'm trying to draw using CSP with a mouse. That is actually impressive. Would you recommend me practicing a little gremlin drawing on a tab paper or before I attempt again in CSP? Why not? It doesn't hurt to try and practice drawing. It doesn't matter on what medium if you want to actually continue doing art. I've been wanting to make it work since 2020 and July I've never had resources. Now I do most of it, but I feel like I'm back to zero. I'm utterly lost. Help. So I'm here to provide you with resources. If you're not an artist or if you don't have tons of money because you're just like a graduate student, because we all know students are broke. I mean, there are tons of good free-to-use things to use and or very cheap pay-to-use things. I've used overlays from actually this artist. You go on her Twitter, Yuntay, okay, Tay. I've used an overlay set of hers. It was only 10 bucks. It had 3 screens and alerts and was animated and looked super fucking dope, okay? So there are very cheap free-to-use assets out there too. And I do think that maybe you can set 10 bucks aside if you like save up for it, if you're really in a desperate situation and can use that stuff. Or you can just go for like free material, which I'll point you towards here in a bit, you know. But yeah, use free-to-use resources if you're not an artist. Pig crew can also work, for example. There are VTuber pig crews out there that have commercial rights in there, which are free, okay? You just need to find them. I sadly couldn't find them because I forgot what to look up for that. But if you like scroll through you know, pig crew, or if you go into that server here, I linked the server link. It is the VTuber asset server. They post tons of resources in there, and I'm sure you can ask about pig crews as well. So this server actually has an assortment of all kinds of assets out there. If it's overlays, if it's stingers, if it's alerts, if it's hand assets, if it's food assets, if it's, I don't know, VTuber gaming chairs, whatever you need, mics, everything. They have everything, and they classify it for free to use and pay to use. You can literally spend like an entire fucking week scrolling through the entirety of the server and find everything you need, okay? Honestly, I didn't even need it to like scroll an entire week. I scrolled a few hours and I got everything I needed. You can also type in words and you'll probably find what you need. And if you don't know what you know, are looking for, there's a question channel and a suggestion channel, and sometimes people will do suggestions you have, you know, if you're lucky and if it's like a good concept. So, Yeah, tons of free to use thingies. There's if you go on Etsy or Coffee and type in VTuber Stinger, VTuber Alert, or Stream Alerts, Stream Panels, chances are you'll find some cheap stuff. And my personal favorite, Our Materials. Type that in on Twitter, Our Materials. They are free to use VTuber site. They have tons of material. It's all free to use. It's literally so good. And I used half of their stuff for at least 6 months in my streaming career before I had my debut. So there is so much free to use stuff to use out there. And chances are you'll find something that'll fit your aesthetic. So yeah. And because I wanted to answer every question I got, again, I recommend it. OBS. Anyways, lots of free to use stuff. You're not lost. There's so many people out there who have tons of free to use stuff out there. And they're even free to use models. You know the Omori model I used for my Omori streams? That is free. And you can customize it. You can even color it. It is literally a free live 2D model with toggles. So go for that stuff. The 2D model that Kuru used on her streams a while ago, that is literally like 20 bucks or like 10 bucks, I forgot. It's literally not expensive at all, and you can fully customize it to fit your own. I know Pia Piufu also used it, so even big VTubers are using it. So you can literally get free good models, and if you go on Booth, you'll even find some 3D models to use, and then you can use VC face instead of like a live 2D model. It might be a little bit heavy on your computer, but there's free models out there, guys. You can even customize them. It's not that hard to find. You don't need to have a customized 2D live 2D model yet if you're just starting out. Okay, you can stream, and with that stream, go and earn money, and with that money, then go and invest it towards your dream model, your dream debut. That's literally what I did. I literally had a PNG for so long before I had like a gremlin live 2D model, and then afterwards I got a Vroid model, which, by the way, Vroid is a free program, so if you want to do it, you can also always do your own Vroid model. It's 3D instead of live 2D, but you know, it's just requiring you to like sit down and learn a little bit. Or you can even commission people for very cheap. In my opinion, it is cheap for a Vroid model, okay, for a customized Vroid model. My 3D model mama for my current 3D model is Finra, and her Vroid models are insanely good, and they were only $100 US. Okay, so in my opinion, that's very cheap. So yeah, go in, find somebody you have like you can commission who's in your price range. Okay, that's my recommendation. Tons of free assets out there. You do not have to struggle alone and then break your back to make it work. Okay, would you recommend a fancy debut if you're an indie streamer? This highly depends on where you're at in your journey. I would say that my debut was kind of fancy, and I'm an indie streamer. Yoklash is an indie streamer, and she had a fancy debut, I'd say. If you look at other big indies like Diarico or Unihio, they have amazing debuts. Like Momotech's debut was so good, and they're indies. They're all indies. You might be confused because they're a group of Yugen, but it's literally an artist/streamer group of friends. It's not like a corporation that holds auditions. So they're all indies. So yeah, it highly depends on where you are with your journey. If you've never streamed before and you don't even know if streaming is for you, do not go for a corporate debut style. Do not. It'll bankrupt you. And if you're a rich bitch, I guess you can try it if it's for a hobby. But if you don't like streaming, you probably lose a lot of money. Yeah, I would say it highly depends on where your journey currently is. In my opinion, it's better to wait for a fancy debut and rather stream without one until you can afford to have a fancy debut if that's something you really, really want to do. Or you can have a smaller scale debut, continue streaming, build your audience, and then you can afford a bigger debut. You can also do it like that, you know? I think Lizabelle did it like this. She had like a small debut and she was a small streamer. And then she like worked towards her like debut, I think. Don't quote me, Liz, if I'm wrong with this. I'm so sorry if I'm spreading misinformation online. But now she's doing good with the numbers. in my opinion. So you can, you know, it's a journey. But yeah, one advice I would like to give you: do not go into debt. I work for Public Works, right? And I've had so many people inquire in Public Works who are like, hey, I know you are like good riggers and your industry prices are starting at 2K or something, right? But I only have 200 bucks. Is it okay if I pay you monthly with 200 bucks? I'm working 3 jobs, but I really like, no! Don't work three jobs and then you can only afford 200 bucks for that. No, don't. If you're not in a position to pay for a 2K rig, do not pay for a 2K rig. Do not go into debt. Do not work yourself to the bones. Sometimes you have to wait till you can afford it, okay? And I'm saying this as somebody who is piss poor, okay? I worked so hard to be able to afford my expensive debut. I worked 2 years towards it, okay? But what I didn't do was work 3 jobs and then go for some like very expensive thing I couldn't afford and be like, oh yeah, I'll pay you monthly. Like, no, don't do that. You need that monthly money for rent, okay? Don't go into debt for VTubing. Sometimes it's better to wait till you actually can afford it or settle for something lower so you can get numbers, work yourself up, and then you get money, and then you are higher in numbers, and then you have higher money as well, and then you can afford that thing you wanted to afford 2 years ago, okay? Sometimes you have to like do baby steps first. Do a smaller step so you can do the biggest step later on, okay? I'm not telling you to like, oh, if you're poor then just give up. Don't. That's not what I'm saying. I was poor, I didn't give up. I wouldn't even say I'm rich now, okay? But I have such a good community that allows me to be financially way more stable than I was 2 years ago. So just saying, don't get into debt. Assess your situation. Be it by a case-by-case thingy, and everybody's circumstances are different. And maybe it's not a no, but a not yet, okay? And you can make use of first mode using your true. What's the good numbers on Twitch versus YouTube? I'm honestly not quite sure for YouTube. I know you need at least 1K subs for monetization, and was it how many watch hours? 10K watch hours or something? For Twitch, 75 viewers would be good because that would mean you can hit partner. But if you only have like 30 or 40 viewers, I would already consider that nice numbers. And it really depends on the community. 4K watch hours. Oh, it's just 4K watch hours? Okay, sorry. You see, this is my second YouTube stream. Do not ask me YouTube related questions. I have no idea. I'm figuring it out as we speak. But yeah, what I wouldn't say are good numbers is like 3 viewers only. Because that will not be enough for you to justify going for a big corporate VTuber debut. Because the thing is, some people have the misconception that if they have a debut, they'll make it. The debut is what will bring them recognition and numbers and shit. And that's not quite true. In order for this to happen, you already need an established audience, okay? So you kind of need to start in the middle before you can have that debut that you hope will make you go big. And one thing that you should also consider, the debut hype will die down, okay? You might well have 100 CCV on Twitch for a week after you debut. That's something that happened to me. I had like 100 to 200 viewers all the time. I even hit partner requirements. But the thing is, now the hype is died down. My debut was like 2 months ago. The debut hype is down, and I still have a lot of viewers left that like stuck around. Like I'm higher than my initial numbers, because before my debut I had like 20 to 30 viewers average. I think now I have like 40 to 60 sometimes on a good day, you know. So I do think there is already an enormous spike for me personally, and I also grew from I think 2K something to almost 5K in followers on Twitter, if I remember correctly. And my Twitter went from 3 to 4K to now 6K in followers. Because the thing is, you need to ride on that debut hype and you need to keep the thingy going, okay? You cannot just rely on it. You have to keep it alive somehow. And obviously the numbers will go down again, so don't be frustrated if that happens. But yeah, you have to not just rely on the debut and then let your content become stale again and do whatever you did before. You need to keep being innovative. You need to keep being creative. You need to take initiative, and you need to assess the situation to keep the hype up, or like regenerate hypes to somewhere else. YouTube also grew so much. Yeah, true. My YouTube also grew a lot. I do think that's mostly because of the because of the video that hit the algorithm. But basically, I had like oh god, I think I had like 90 subs on YouTube, and then I just hit 100 subs on YouTube shortly before my debut, and now we're at 1050k on my main and 2200 something on my second channel. So I still don't understand why my second channel has more. God damn it. But yeah. So keep it up. Don't just rely on a debut for success, because the debut will give you hype, but it will not give you success. You yourself have to give you success through the stuff you do, okay? And debut is just something that can maybe kickstart a bit of hype. Okay, does Vtubing pay enough money for me to afford a Daihatsu Koppen DR Sport? For reference, that is $18,000 US. It depends on your size. For me, no. I don't fucking know. Maybe if you have like 500 CCV and subs all the time, then maybe if you save up a lot of money on the side each month, then maybe you can pay for an $18,000 car sometime. I am not gonna do the math. I'm not gonna do the math, dude. Okay. How can I keep motivating myself to stream when I usually only get one viewer and none of them if they can't make it? I've been streaming for almost a year and still haven't hit affiliate. It feels like I'm working myself to the bone for something that'll never be worth it. I try as hard as I can to promote myself. So this one is very difficult for me to answer. Whoever asked me this question, I cannot just generalize what you do, because I have no idea what you do. My assumption from this, only having one viewer and streaming for a year, is that you don't do any networking, that you don't do any promotion, and that you don't do any other platforms of content. I could be absolutely wrong about this, because I don't know you or your content, and I also don't know how interactive or interesting your streams are, okay? Let's say you talk about, or like you're constantly talking on stream and, you know, it just doesn't stick, okay? But my assumption is that if nobody is in chat, you don't really talk a lot, because obviously it's difficult to motivate yourself to do so if you think nobody's watching anyways. So what I would do is re-evaluate your content. Again, it's difficult for me to answer because I don't know what you're doing. I would need to actually look at your stream and then assess the situation based on what I see. But what are you doing to promote yourself? Ask yourself this question. How are you promoting yourself? We went over promotion earlier. Are you just posting a link and be like, I'm going live? Or actually, are you actually trying to like create innovative content and join something that, you know, could give you some clout? What do you stream? Do you just do like puzzle games or something that doesn't resonate with maybe? I mean, I don't know. I love puzzle games. But let's say you play a game that is very niche and not a lot of people know it. And how are you playing those games, okay? Do you do a lot of game commentary? Do you just not talk? Like, what are you doing? How do you present your streams? How do you present yourself, okay? How niche is your niche? Is it too niche for the beginning, okay? Do you maybe have to be more mainstream and then go more niche again later on? How do you portray yourself on stream? Are you quiet if nobody's in chat, you know? Because again, that might be difficult. Have you tried other platforms before? Because again, Twitch, you said affiliates, I assume it's on Twitch. Twitch does not have a wide reach. It's not as good with discoverability as is YouTube. Because YouTube, you have chances of hitting the algorithm. Your streams will stay up afterwards without you having to actually highlight them on us, unlike on Twitch. I know Twitch is currently doing a little bit of stuff to make it better, but it's not really by a lot. So have you tried other platforms? Have you tried to like post TikTok shorts, YouTube shorts? How are you portraying yourself on Twitter? Do you interact with other people on Twitter? Do you actually raid people off the stream, okay? Do networking, do collabs, do raid, join contests, learn how to market yourself and your content. Kimo! Why? why you meowing? Is that really Rumi Yumimi from Heaven Rend? I doubt it. She's a dog. She would never meow. Also, fun stream names and thumbnails help too. That is true. That is true. I recommend creating thumbnails for your stream that catch attention. Check thumbnails you yourself click on, and then try to analyze why you clicked on that thumbnail. Why did it catch your attention? What colors did they use? What placement did they use? What items do they use? Did they use those stupid circles? What name in the title do they have? Is it like sassy? Is it like funny? What do they do with the thumbnails you click on? And then try to also do something that catches people's attention, okay? But if you've been streaming for 1 year and you only hit one, and you only relying on that one viewer, there must be something you're kind of doing wrong. And I don't mean that in a mean way. But you have to like network. You have to join other people's spaces. You have to have a presence online, you know? I've been watching from this spot, but I couldn't chat because I was on mobile. Wait, isn't there a recent controversy about mobile viewers? How dare you watch me on mobile? That was so stupid rage bait. Anyways, jokes aside, I love you, Woomy! Everybody, please check out that stinky dog. She recently managed to have like a moldy brownie. Oh, dude, I don't fucking know what you did to that brownie. It looks so disgusting. Yeah, go eat your moldy brownie. Okay, anyways. Try different streaming time zones. If you always stream at the same time zone, and I don't fucking know, maybe nobody's online to see that stuff, that could also be a factor. Try to switch around time zones. Try to play popular games where people watch. So one thing I can recommend, you know, Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact sometimes have drops. You will have people there watching. Even if they don't watch for you, they will watch for the drops. And if you happen to be like funny, they will stick around. Best example is I had a person watch me for my Genshin drops the other day when I played Genshin. And they literally came into my chat and they were just like, I'm just watching you for the drops. And instead of being like, wow, you're so rude, you're only watching me for the drops, fuck off. I was like, okay, you might start watching me for the drops, but you will stick around because you will fall in love with me. I think I said something along the lines of this. I was like bullshitting, okay? And they were like, you know what? Actually, yes. And then they like followed me and I was like, you see? And now you cannot leave. And then we had like a conversation. Then we talked about it. So you also have to bounce off of what viewers are doing, okay? You have to... What do you mean, Kibo? Shut up. Are they with us now? I don't know. Could be that they aren't. I haven't seen them in the chat. So, yeah, anyways. This is how you get viewers. Try to bounce off of viewers. Don't be like personally attacked by anything. But I think I'm getting too ahead of myself. Because the next question is not the one I thought. That's gonna come now. I think it's gonna come later. It seems like I'm underestimating the gutter roll dice streaming. You do. Try to play popular games if it helps you get viewers. I mean, obviously, don't just play it for like, oh, I just want viewers. I personally don't play Genshin just to get viewers, and I like only play when there is a big update. But I love Genshin. It's my favorite game. So try to find a game that is popular and that you like. Spit him off in her head, guys. That is so not true. Is this person in the room is so lame? Oh my god, go back to my Genshin stream. You'll find that in chat. Just now have an analytics that show what you can that show what can be average viewers for certain game in certain hours. I didn't even know that. Oh, also Twitch shows you where your viewers are coming from for the most part, and maybe you have to utilize that as well. If you see that most of your viewers are coming from Twitter, try to advertise you streaming stuff on Twitter more. Okay, next question. My question in mind was, how do you come up with overlay design, specifically yumekuzukawa and stuff like that in general? So my answer for that is, I don't. I paid somebody. I was honestly very, very lost. Okay. I was like, I want an overlay that is cute and not pink. So me being pink can stick out from my overlay. That was the literally only idea I had. And then I went to Uber Media and I was like, yo, please, I need help. I have no idea what I want. I know I want medical themes. I know I want like, you know, themes that resonate with my Menhera and / nurse themes. So like, I don't know, pills and shit like this. I don't know. And this is my design. And then Uber Media was like, say no more, fam. I got you. And then they come up with this amazing overlay. And I was like, you know what? I actually fucking love it. No revisions. It's perfect. But for a real answer, I asked my friend Faya, a professional graphic designer, who works closely with VTubers and has lots of experience and is very, very goated with her overlays. I can only recommend Faya. Faya is very big brain, okay? And that was her answer. In your specific case of yumekuzukawa or DK and I don't know, cute, creepy shit, Manhera, whatever. Because yumekuzukawa is creepy cute, so anyways. Make it match your character, okay? So if your character has a color palette of orange, don't just go with like a purple overlay if your character has no fucking purple in their design or something like this, you know? Try to make it kind of match your character, okay? And then try to incorporate certain aspects of your VTuber design. I'm just using myself as an example here. We have, I mean, I can just literally use my debut slides I'm using right now because it's kind of also my overlay. So you see pink, red, and green-blue color thingy on my overlay, right? And you see band-aids and hearts. What does my character have? Band-aids and hearts. And the same colors, kind of, okay? So basically my color palette plus band-aids plus hearts plus some blood drops because I'm a nurse. And that's basically how you incorporate elements of your character into the design. And also, go and look for real-life examples. Took them in green? Is that why you hate me? Is that why you hate me, Rumi? Because my eyes are took them in green? Huh? So yeah, an example from her most recent kind of Manhera the overlay is that she went on Pinterest. She typed in Manhera as a keyword, okay? She saw that pill thingy here and she was like, what can I do with that pill thingy? I can make it a chat box. So she made the pill thingy a chat box. Easy, okay? This is how you come up with overlay designs. But if you don't want to come up with overlay designs like me, you can simply pay somebody who's qualified like Faya or Uber Media to do it for you. That's my recommendation because I fucking hate graphic design, which is ironic. Okay, this is the one question I actually wanted to like... That's the one question I expected to come after the earlier one. So, how do you consistently find stuff to talk about during a silent part of the stream? First of all, don't have silent parts on stream, okay? Because the thing is, if you, especially if you have a low view count, there is a delay in streaming, okay? And sometimes somebody's watching you while you do something, and then they type in chat, and maybe you only see it after a minute because of the delay. And for them, you don't reply for a minute. For them, it's like, oh, you have nobody in chat and you're ignoring me, then I'ma leave. Nobody is in chat for a reason then, I guess, you know? But no, you just didn't see the message in time because stream delay exists, and then you talk to them and they're already long gone. So what I would recommend doing, don't stop talking. Try practice talking to yourself if you have to in your room, okay? But my advice of constantly finding stuff to talk about is comment on what you're currently doing, explain your train of thought. So if I play a game and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, I'm basically saying, chat, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. If I want backseating, I'm like, chat, please help me. And then I involve chat in it. If I don't want backseating, I'm like, chat, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I can do this, I can do this. Trust me, bro, trust me. I also don't always stick to what I'm doing. So if I don't know, let's say I play Genshin, okay? And people know what I'm doing in Genshin. And I can actually play Genshin without having to figure out stuff. So I don't really comment on what I'm doing at Genshin, okay? So what I do instead is talk about my day. I'm like, chat, I fucking dropped my ice cream. You know? Does it have anything to do with Genshin? No. Does it make sense? No. Is it funny? Unfortunately so. And then I go and ask chat a question like, what is the most tragic thing you ever dropped? And why was it the ice cream you dropped the other day? And then I'd like, you know, ask chat questions. And also try to bounce off of chat if I, you know, I read chat like, gotta go, thanks for the stream and it was very helpful, you see? So what I do is like, thank you for coming to the stream, I'm glad it was helpful. And then we have Milo saying, be like Gollum, noted. And then I go, yes, my treasure. And then, you know, and then you have like content, because you're actually bouncing off of people. Action time, hello, welcome, how you doing? One thing I do not recommend is doxing yourself. Don't be like, oh my god, you want to talk about a childhood story, okay? You can talk about that childhood story. I constantly do it all the time. But what I don't do is like, oh, my story plays in this country, in this city specifically. Because let's say I want to do a pun about my city's name. I don't do that. Because that would dox myself. Would it be funny? Probably. Is it very relevant for the story? I don't think so. And I'm just like you know, coming up with a random ass example here. But don't use childhood stories to like dox yourself. Don't be like, oh yeah, you know, when I went to blah 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 high school, which has a very specific thing in that high school that's not universal to other high schools. Don't mention that very specific thing that was only in your high school, okay? But you can still talk about, I don't know, you tripped down the stairs in that high school, because that's not very specific. Many high schools have stairs. You know, you getting what I'm putting down. You can also talk about your opinions on certain food, like Rumi hates chocolate ice cream. And then you can have a fight with Chet as to why chocolate ice cream is actually fucking shit. And I do have to agree with her. Rarely I do that, but in here I have to agree. Chocolate ice cream fucking sucks. It's like eating toothpaste. Do you like to eat toothpaste? Which brings me to another story. When I was a child, I actually liked eating toothpaste. but I have an excuse. It was strawberry tasted, okay? So I actually did like to eat my toothpaste. But you see, this is a fun childhood story. Am I doxing myself? No. Was it fun to say? Maybe I'll regret it later, but you know... It is actual ass toothpaste. Oh my god. What do you mean yes? What do you eat your toothpaste? You like toothpaste? Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys are unhinged. What the fuck? Just eat strawberry? Romy, I was a kid, okay? We do not talk about how stupid I was as a kid, okay? I did so many fucking stupid things. So, anyways, talk about your life, talk about your day, ask viewers about their day, and then bounce off of what they reply to you, okay? This is how you actually have a conversation. If you don't have viewers, you have to kind of skip that bouncing off part, but you can still, you know, keep talking about whatever just comes into your mind. You do not have to stick to the game. Toothpaste is not a food. You don't say. Child toothpaste is so good. Exactly, damn gets me. I saw that 1 year later in a store again. I was like, this is the toothpaste I liked so much. Should I buy it and, you know, relive my childhood glory days of eating pink toothpaste? I was tempted. I didn't do it though. I was tempted though. What do you mean mint toothpaste? Speaking of, I recently bought a new toothpaste. I fucking hate the taste. It tastes like medicine. It tastes like the meds I don't want to take. And now I have to taste them every day twice because I brush my teeth in them. Makes me not want to brush my teeth. Maybe I'll gift it to Kuro and then I can, you know, buy better tasting toothpaste. I don't know. Also, it is okay to repeat certain stories. Some viewers have not heard the story before, okay? I repeat stories all the time, and that has the effect that the old viewers who already know the story are like, oh my god, you shut up. Or like, oh my god, you go to bed, grandma. Or, oh my god, guys, you gonna be in for something, okay? And then help me hype up the story to the new viewers. And the new viewers are like, oh my god, I can't believe you fucking did that, you dumbass. So it's okay to repeat funny stories if they're funny. I would just not recommend repeating them every stream, you know. Mado, how you doing? Talking and playing a game at the same time seems so hard at the beginning. It is hard. But the thing is, VTubing is a skill. Entertainment is a skill. Being entertainment and talking entertaining stuff is a skill. And with every skill, it can be learned. Even if it's difficult in the beginning, you will get there. I was not born a streamer, okay? I started out oversharing stuff I didn't mean to overshare. And I started out being very nervous and running out of stuff to talk about. And especially if I do drawing streams. That's why I don't like drawing streams. I don't talk a lot, okay? People don't mind because they like doing my chill drawing streams as well. But I mind. I want to talk. I'm not streaming to not talk. I'm streaming so I can talk to you guys. And then I draw and then I can talk to you. I hate that. Anyways, okay? It is a skill. It will be learned. If you're not good at it yet, don't sweat it. You'll get there. You just have to practice. And if you have to do it by talking to yourself in the mirror, fucking do so. Don't be afraid of being cringe. Be cringe and be free. My brother always said you tell the same joke over and over again. Wait, what? I'll try to tell the joke to different people who I have not yet told it to. I mean, true, exactly. Sometimes chat brings up stories and streamer wish they would forget. I actually forgot that Fawn eats in the shower. Okay, Fawn is the person who did my lore background music, by the way. So if you want to check them out, they're in my credits. If you go into the description. And I forgot about that. And then Fawn brought it up again. And now it sticks in my brain. And every time I think about eating and shower at the same time, which is not a lot, I think about Fawn. And I think about how they eat soggy toast in the shower. How do you eat in the shower? This is a crime. My reflection in the mirror makes... Wait, lost at me? Laugh back. Show them who's boss. Assert dominance. T-pose. Okay. Also, it helps if you want to just talk about your news hyperfixation. Don't be afraid to talk about your passions, because people are in your stream to watch you and listen to your bullshit, okay? And if they leave because they don't like your bullshit, so be it. There will be people out there who do like your bullshit and who will stay for your hyperfixation talks. Okay, questions for the advice stream. How much should you invest into computer spaces, specs, whatever, before giving streaming a try? Before giving streaming a try, I would not invest a lot, okay? Go with your, I don't know, headphones you got with your phone, okay? And go buy a very cheap mic and then go download OBS and do some streaming. See if it's fun. And if it's fun, go and upgrade that shit. However, if you want to buy a, I don't know, $100 mic, if you have never streamed before, and then you stream and then you don't like streaming, then you're stuck with $100 mic you will never use. That kind of fucking sucks in my opinion, but I guess you can try to sell it. But yeah, before you start to stream, do not invest into like an Omega fed bitch ass PC if you don't, you know, use it. In my case, the only reason why I invested into a computer before I streamed was because I was on a friend's stream and I really liked being on her stream. And I was like, I want to do streaming myself. And then I was like, I need to buy a computer for streaming. And in my brain, it was like, even if I don't end up liking streaming, I still need a computer for my art. And that's why I still kind of need the specs I need. And I also didn't go for a very expensive mic. So in my case, it was a win-win situation, because even if I would have, I don't know, let's say I hated streaming, I would not be here right now, okay? I would still have a good computer because I needed it for my artworks. Because I literally only had an iPad and I was sick and tired of only having an iPad. I wanted to do stuff I could do on the computer. What do you mean, brain? So yeah, anyways, before streaming, depends, but I would not recommend investing too much unless you have other reasons why a computer would be beneficial anyways, then go for it. Okay, general advice on debuts and are they necessary? Should VTubers plan out all their lore and setting ahead of time or just improvise? And what's the etiquette for asking and planning collabs? So, for debuts, okay, I mean, wait, no. That was the question I already answered. Fuck. Okay, anyways, try to stream first before investing into becoming a VTuber. No camera or model needed. See if it's fun for you. Eh? How did that happen? What? Oh god. Oh no. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. How do you say that on YouTube? Because it's red for me. Is it an Aka Super? I don't think it's a super chat, is it? I am very new to YouTube. But thank you, Action Tom. Thank you. Let me drink again. So anyways, try to stream first before investing into becoming a VTuber. No camera or model needed. See if it's fun for you. Basically what I said. But yeah, be reasonable is basically the TLDR. I personally think that if you do want to become a VTuber, plan out your design. So that is for the planning stage. I don't think improvising everything is a good idea. Let's say you want to become a VTuber and you start out with the concept and the concept grows on people, but then you are like, fuck that concept because I'm actually not really vibing with it. You can kind of give yourself a setback because people are there to maybe also see the concept. Because keep in mind, you're a VTuber and these people exist. Not everybody will watch you for you. Some people will stick around for the model only and the character you play. And if you stop playing that character and having that character, then some people will be like, oh my god, my Oshi died. I will never watch them again, even though you're the same fucking person. Most recent and extreme example, basically, this one new Visual member. Some people actually stopped watching him because they were attracted and attached to the character he was before rather than the one he is now. Yeah. I'm your patient. Of course you are! You're my kanja-sama! So yeah, that's why I would recommend planning something out so you yourself actually like it. And that's the one benefit of being an indie VTuber. You do not have a corporal planning out your design and then you end up with a design or a model you don't actually like. You can Plan stuff out that is reasonable for you, that you like, that resonates with you, and that, you know, you fuck with, you know? Obviously, some companies allow you some creative freedom with your model. I think Idol is one of them. But not every corporate is like this. So yeah, you have freedom over your design. I would recommend using that freedom and actually planning and conceptualizing something you like. Same goes for lore. Basically, it goes hand in hand. Try to not improvise too much. However, if you do not have a lore and you don't want to really think about a lore, and then people ask you, I don't know, let's say you are a cockroach girl, and then people ask you why the fuck you're a cockroach girl. Then you can be like, oh, I used to be just a cockroach, but then a scientist experienced on me, and now I'm a cockroach girl. And that's the lore that you came up with on the spot. And if you want to run with it, go for it. Because maybe it's funny, maybe it's like a joke in your community now, you know? Then go for it. Just an example. You don't have to like plan out everything, but I would recommend especially planning out your design to a degree, okay? No, not Cock-chan. No. Goku-chan would actually be cute. Because cockroach in Japanese is cookie booty. Cookie-chan. Booty-chan. Something like this. Cookie booty-chan. Actually really cute. I'm not gonna rebrand to a cockroach, don't ask. Okay, Debbie advice. That is solely my opinion. In general, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Some things you might disagree on this, but I personally, and I'm, by the way, guilty of doing some of these things, okay? LXP3, how you doing? Laura, but you? No, I'm not a cockroach. Fuck you. So, have alert sounds off. It can be so annoying if, dude, I was watching this very big streamer, okay? They were like corporate and very big, don't ask to guess. And they were literally talking kind of quiet, okay? And then, because they had like 2,000 people watching, obviously, the alerts went off every fucking time. There was no break whatsoever. So we constantly had like follow alerts, raid alerts, subscribe alerts, whatever alerts. You constantly had these alerts going off, and I could barely understand what the fuck they were saying because the alerts were so loud. And another thing that happened, TTS was also on. So when people spammed something with which like that one was so fucking annoying because all I heard was a not what the fuck the actual streamer said. And another thing, they spammed fucking sound alerts as well. That was so annoying. I didn't hear anything, so I didn't even watch the debut. I hated that. And that's my personal preference. Maybe the people who like constantly watch the streamer thought that was like the funniest shit ever. Maybe it was something in their community. I'm not one to judge. I personally just didn't like it. So my advice is have stream alert and sound alerts off. They can be annoying as fuck to people who are new and maybe want to stick around. And the whole reason of having a debut is to get a bigger audience, right? I mean, it's one of the biggest reasons, I guess. Can be annoying. Also, do not in-depth thank people, like raiders and gifters and subs, when it happens. So when you have a raid happening, don't be like, oh my god, thank you for the raid, and then talk to the person like, oh, what were you streaming? What were you doing? Everybody please check them out. Can I get a shout out? Blah, 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 blah. This is the only time where I tell you not to do this thing, and like while it happens. You can always do that at the end of the stream, at the end of the debut stream, okay? But while the stream is happening, while you're going through your slides and then you talk 5 minutes about the person who raided you or with the person who raided you, it can break the flow, it can be annoying as a viewer, and it's the only fucking time where you're actually allowed to be super fucking selfish, okay? And the person who rates you knows that. The person who rates you is not like, oh my god, they didn't really in-depth thank me with rate, because obviously I'm not being like, don't just ignore them. You can be like, oh my god, thank you, and then move on, okay? But they will understand. They rated you for a reason, okay? They rated you because it's your debut, because it's a special day, because it's a special event, okay? Because it's special, that's the whole point, okay? So don't treat it like a normal stream, okay? Your statement about the TTS is wrong, so wrong. No, that only applies during debut. I don't like having somebody have like taking up the entire TTS space while you have the debut, because debut is a presentation stream first and foremost. You present your new model, you present your slides, you present your lore. It's not a normal stream, it's a presentation. And imagine somebody constantly screams throughout your presentation. It's annoying. Don't do that shit. At least for me. That again is my opinion. You can highly disagree with me here. I don't care. That's my opinion! So yeah, don't in-depth thank people. You can be like quick thank you and then move on with your schedule. And then once the debut's near its end, then you can be like, hey, now let's thank everybody who rated me and gifted me stuff and blah, blah, blah. Because that is the great way to do it. Because this way you don't ignore them. That is something I fucked up. I wanted to do that, but then I was so like anxious that I was like, oh, okay, yuyukawart, bye. And then I ended my stream. And then as soon as I ended, I was like, fuck, I wanted to thank the people. And I was like, okay, I'm doing this in the next stream. But then I couldn't because the fucking information of it was mostly lost. Like I knew who rated me, so I made like a post about it. It's like all I could do. But yeah, basically I kind of fucked that up. So do plan that shit. Don't be like me and be nervous. Also have learned sounds off. I did not have them off. It annoyed me when I was watching my debut VOD because, you know, there are like funny clips from my debut out there. And then when I say something, it gets interrupted by burp, 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 burp. Like, it annoyed me, okay? I was like, fuck, I forgot to turn them off. I wanted to have them on before I be on stream, right? Before I'm talking, like in my starting stream, I wanted to have them off. On. And when I was like switching, I wanted to have them off, but then I forgot to turn them off. So yeah, did that wrong. Did the in-depth thinking also wrong. Advertise your debut. Hype that shit up. Don't just be like, oh, by the way, right, I have a debut tomorrow, and then expect 300 people to show up. You have to advertise months in advance. And yes, I used my bottle to underline the sound of this. It's a debut, it's a special event. Don't just treat it like any other stream. That's the whole point of having a debut. If you don't have a debut and just want to start streaming a new model, it's whatever, but we're talking debut here. Also, practice your debut. You don't know how many times I've read my slides. You don't know how many times I practiced my performance. I was literally doing a recording of it. I was literally, I think 3 months in advance. I practiced every single thing. I set everything up. I was like, yeah, I want it to be like this. Then I want this to be like this. I want to do this at this time. I want to do this at this time. One thing I didn't do, I was sticking to my schedule. So it didn't, it was like a little bit over 2 hours long. But I excuse it because we had so much fun. But yeah, practice your debut. You don't just like, you're not expected to like have it perfectly first try, okay? And if you actually want to have it perfectly and scuffy as much as you can, because we all know debuts are cursed with scuff, practice that shit. It's okay to practice stuff. It's like, you know, imagine you're in a dance group, okay? And you have a big dance performance coming up. Do you not practice for that performance? It's the same shit, just practice. Involve your viewers. That's a personal favorite of mine. Just don't like have a debut and then, you know, dip. Try to involve your viewers. Some people can go ape shit with it. There was this one VTuber out there who created an entire fucking RPG game that chat had to play in chat with like commands and shit in order to progress through the game for her debut lord to progress, okay? That shit was insane. Then we had Sunny, who had people spam a certain emote for her to unlock her file. And then, I mean, mine was like on a smaller scale because I cannot code and I didn't even know what, like I had ideas, but I couldn't really do them. So what I did, I was literally just being like, chat, I need this emote right now in chat, you know? And then I talked to you guys, and then I was like, okay. And I had that skit with Pillcat, you know, where I like talk directly to you and backstab myself, kind of. So, you know, just try to involve your viewers with something fun. I saw other people do a tarot reading for chat on their debut. They were literally like, oh, chat, let me reach your future. And then bam, debut shit happened, you know? So yeah. Also, try to stay on topic with your debut. Don't just go debut and then you talk about some shit that has nothing to do with your slides you're presenting right now. While you're presenting them, try to somewhat keep it debut themed, okay? Because that's the whole point of a debut. Again, keep the other topics for other streams, but debut is a special occasion. And my personal opinion, do not make your debut stream too long. That's personal preference. I saw people do debut and then subathon in one go, and it might work for their viewers. My personal opinion is that debuts should be rewatched by viewers who weren't able to come. And if they see a 12-hour stream, but a debut, they're probably like, no, fuck that shit. I'm not ready for that commitment. So what I want to recommend to you guys, you can split your stream into 2 parts if you do want to have a subathon after, okay? You can literally be like, okay, this is my debut. We're gonna do that for like, no shit, I've seen that before. And that's perfectly fine if you want to do that, but that's just my opinion. Because I think kind of, you know, the long run, people want to rewatch your debut. And if your debut stream is way too long, the commitment for people to watch it, especially if you're a smaller streamer, might not be that great, okay? So I recommend not having it too long. Don't play games afterwards. End the stream and then restart it immediately after if you have to. So you have 2 streams in one day kind of thing, but then your debut has like its own dedicated section to it that you can upload comfortably onto other sides, and then you have your stream section where you go and play the game right after, okay? So just do that. And some things that I haven't written down here is actually plan your debut week. So that kind of extends for after the debut, but something that I've analyzed that pretty much every corporate VTuber does after their debut. They have their debut, which is not like 12 hours long, okay? And then they have the next stream they do is a behind the scenes or like a debut after party talk where they answer some questions people have. And then the other stream afterwards is a community stream where they involve their community, okay? Because this time is the time where you bond with your community, where you bond with the new viewers who might come into thanks to your debut. And then the stream afterwards is a game or anything else that kind of cements your place as a streamer, that showcases what kind of streamer you are above your like just, you know, above your debut. And that's something I recommend you do. So think about these 4 things. I can't do math. Debut stream, debut after party, community bonding, stream that showcases what kind of content you usually create, so you set kind of a precedence for what is to follow. These are the 3 to 4 things you should have in your debut week. The debut week is just as important as the debut, okay? So that is one thing many corporates do. And one other thing, do not immediately collab after your debut. So you might have seen this before. Corporate VTubers have a collab ban on collabs with other people outside of the agency. They might collab with people within their agency, especially if they drop as a new gen together, okay? Because they need to establish how they work together as a generation. But if you're in indie, do not collab for at least 1 month after you debut. Have yourself only as a content machine, kind of. Because the thing is, you want to cement yourself as a content creator. You want to showcase what content you can bring to the table, and you don't want to just leech off viewers off of other people, because this can be very counterproductive. You have to establish yourself first after you debut. If you just bounce off of other people all the time, because keep in mind, because I'm gonna go over the collab stuff in a bit, obviously maybe your viewer account will be higher because you're collabing with another established person, but this viewer count will not stay. And it's not recommended for having a natural growth, okay? It might help you temporarily for a growth spike, but it's not gonna help you on the long run. So do have like a small collab ban where you like don't collab immediately with people. Even, I don't know, you're itchy to like, you know, collab with other people you've held back so long to do that shit. But you'll have the rest of your career to do so. So don't rush into things. Establish yourself as a streamer first, and then you can show people how you're interacting with others. But it's kind of important for people to know what kind of you are when you're alone, without leeching off of other people's shit. Which kind of sometimes is the case when it comes to collabs. I'm not saying it's always the case, but it can be. Okay, you can make a debut stream, and if you want to keep streaming, then maybe take a couple of hours break and start streaming again. I mean, yeah, you can also do that, but in my opinion, just cut the debut stream once your debut part is over, and then restart streaming for another section of the stream if you really, really have to. Okay, moving on, because I have to pee. Collab etiquette, there we go. I would recommend, instead of just reaching out to random strangers or even just your idols you admire for a collab after you debuted or whatever, or even before you debuted, you know, just in general, you should probably not do that immediately. I would try to reach out to mutuals first, because everybody has at least one mutual, right? One streaming mutual, okay? Especially as an indie, do not collab with strangers just because more often than not, I've seen so many people running into people they don't know, they just collab with, and then they hate it, and then drama ensues because they hated each other, they couldn't get along well, they kind of beefed on stream. It's so counterproductive. I would not recommend collabing with people you don't know. If you're a corporate streamer, you probably not really have a choice. You have to stay professional. You're forced by your agency to collab with people for numbers, blah blah blah. That's just the reality of it. But if you're an indie, you can always choose who to collab with. You don't have like to listen to anybody but yourself, okay? Business collabs are a thing. Do not treat collabs as a means to get friendships and then be disappointed if you do not get a friendship afterwards. Because sometimes collabs can just be that, business to grow numbers. I personally did not have a business collab yet. I only collab with people I actually vibe with, who were my mutuals. I've never collabed with anybody who wasn't my mutual. So keep that in mind, that you also don't have to collab all the time. It can be draining and it can also be annoying for your viewers. Which brings me to another point I haven't put down here. I see people, and maybe that works for you, okay, maybe that works for you, but more often than not, I've not seen it work. Unless you like Fubamoko, right? Where you like twins who stream together and bounce off of each other, and it's basically every stream is like you two together and it's like bomb-ass content. Don't just always have somebody in call and a collab, because most of the time people are there to see you and they're not there to see you collab partner. Because of course they like you, and maybe they don't like your collab partner as much. So maybe they don't watch you collab when you have the collab partner. And then you constantly only collab with one person all the fucking time. You only in a call with that person. People will grow tired of it. I've stopped watching people because they're never alone. Because you know, and even if I like both of the people who like streaming, I'm like, man, I wish to like watch your own content again. Not just, you know, constant collabs. Like, I'm tired of constantly seeing people collab with each other and not doing anything else anymore, you know? Because that can also happen. People will grow tired of the same stuff over and over and over and over again. So yeah, that is something I haven't put on the slide, but moving on. Of course, if you collab with people, be kind and considerate. Do not talk like 18+ content if the host of the collab does not have 18+ content on there, okay? Have common fucking sense! Don't just go and dox a person because you can. Don't just like use their real life name because you can. Because you know it. Like, their viewers might not. Stop doing that. Anyways, be kind and considerate. Do not talk over other people. Do not use overly edgy jokes. And assess what type of jokes are okay with the person. So if I'm collabing with Kuro, pretty much anything goes. I can call her a cunt and she knows I don't mean it, okay? I do mean it. But let's say I collab with Lena, okay? I collab with Lena today. I would not dare to call Lena a cunt. I'm not close to her that much yet that I'm comfortable calling her a cunt. And quite frankly, she's way too cute to be called a cunt. So try to not use the same humor you would use with your best friend on somebody you don't know as good as your best friend, for example, okay? Again, have common sense. Okay, wait, this is good to have common sense if you ever not what do you mean? There is chill people who want to make friends with everyone, but then again, many people treat collabs as a job, and making friends in collabs is not the main thing for them. Exactly. That's why I would say collab with mutuals first, because chances are, if you are mutual with this person, they kind of somewhat think alike or have similar content to yours, okay? I don't really have mutuals where they're like 180 from me, and if they are, I have not collabed with them yet. Because I might like their content, but it's not something I would want to have on my stream, you know? Okay. Mute yourself when you're thanking raiders. So that is something I fucked up for the longest time, because I didn't know that was actually an option. Because I thought I had to click into Discord to mute myself and then, you know, go out of the game. And if the game was like difficult to like click out of, I was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I got a raid. Thank you, raiders. And it took me so long to understand that I'm a fucking dumbass. I have a stream deck. I can literally just toggle that fucking mute button onto my stream deck and then use it. So if I have a raid nowadays coming in and I'm in a collab, I'm clicking my mute button and then I talk and be like, hello raiders, blah, blah, blah. Also, do not throw a hissy fit. Like, for example, if the game is no fun and you kind of like get agitated because, I don't know, whatever, you have a bad day and the collab is not as fun anymore and you kind of like start to kind of fight with each other, try to play it off. Try to be like, oh, blah, 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 and then maybe end the collab a little early. Say like, hey, listen, I'm sorry, I'm having 10, but I'm a little bit tired. It's okay, and then, yeah, okay, goodbye, okay. Kind of, I know it sounds fake, but sometimes you kind of have to be a little bit fake if you don't enjoy the collab and you want to get out of it. Don't just be like, this is no fun anymore. You are actually, unironically, a little cunt to me right now. I do not appreciate, don't discuss this shit on stream. It's not a place to be discussed on stream. You can discuss this afterwards. Once the collab is over and you're like, hey, can we talk about the collab? Because you said something that made me very uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah. Okay? However, if you get verbally abused during a collab, you do not have to endure it and you do not have to play it off. You can just hang up the call and be like, you know what, Chad, let's do something else, okay? But don't throw a hissy fit, okay? Stay professional. Do not overly promote yourself in an obvious way. Your presence is the promotion. Do not have a collab with anybody and then be like, oh, by the way, Chad of, I don't know, I'm just using Rumi as an example. Me and Rumi doing a collab, and then, I don't know, I have like an event going on, okay? Let's say I have fucking a read debut, okay? I'm not going into Rumi's chat, like, I'm not using the collab with Rumi and be like, oh, Rumi, do you know, I have like a read debut coming up. You should watch me. Hehe. Like, no, don't do that. If the topic of your read debut does come up naturally, then yes, you can talk about it. But if that's the case, it's not obvious promotion, okay? Make your content speak for yourself. Make your funny jokes speak for yourself. Be funny on stream. And then maybe people in Rumi's stream be like, hey, you're kind of funny. I might check them out. Okay, this is how you would promote yourself in a collab. You yourself are serving as the promotional content by being funny and entertaining or whatever else you have to bring to the table, okay? Maybe you're insanely fucking smart and people are like, oh my fucking god, this person could help me study at Harvard. I will follow them. Shit like this, okay? You yourself are the promotion, not your words of like whatever the shit you have like going on, okay? Plan your collabs. I beg of you guys, plan your fucking collabs. Don't just go like, oh, do you want to collab on Friday? And then you're like, oh yeah, bed. And then you like stream and then you like go into a call and you're like, oh, what are we even gonna do? I don't know. Do you want to play this game? And then you're like, oh, I don't have this game. I have to download it first. And then you download the game and then you fucking stream legs and then you can't even play the game because it's too big for your computer. Whatever the fuck. Test out the shit you want to do beforehand. Be like, hey, what time zone works for you? Okay, we're different time zone. Let's do this day. Okay. Then you have the date set. Then you are like, hey, which game should we play? Do you want to play this game? Oh, I don't have this game. And then you have the same game and they're like, okay, let's play this game. And then set up the game. Have a practice talk where you set up the game because sometimes there will be scuff. And I'm not saying that you will never have scuff even if you plan stuff. Sometimes scuff is unavoidable. But to avoid as much scuff as possible, please, for the love of God, plan your fucking collabs. And once you have it planned, then you can start advertising your collabs. You can do thumbnails together and then you can be like, hey, I'm gonna be on this person's stream. You know, plan your fucking collabs. People are there to watch the collab and not watch you do tech support for 24 hours. Anyways, get a feel of the person you collabing with before jumping into collab. If the person just asks you, hey, should we collab? And you're like, I know you for like 5 minutes. Maybe that's not the best idea. Try to watch their content first. Try to be like, oh, okay, I like their content. And if you find out that you don't like their content, don't be afraid to let them know that, hey, you like them as a person, but you're not really vibing with the content. And I don't know if a collab would be the right decision for you and your community and blah, blah, blah. They will understand VTubing is a job, okay? For most people, at least. I don't know. For me, it is. I take it serious. What else? There was something else I wanted to say. Probably think about it later. Okay, about inquiring about collabs. How to go about it. So, I personally befriend people first, not because I want to collab with them and that's why I befriend them. I befriend them because I vibe with their content or with their streams. And then it's like a natural progression, okay? So yeah, that's usually what I would do, you know? You can, of course, feel free to shoot your shot, but don't be sad if it doesn't work out. And you have like a higher chance of finding somebody you vibe with if you actually vibe with that person and their content first. So check people out. Maybe if you have to do like a background check, okay? Don't just be like, oh, I want to collab with this person because I like their design. Because I see a lot of people just do like, hey, I want to find more people to collab with. Comment your PNG. And then they're like, oh my god, you have a cute character. Let's collab. Don't do that. It's a fucking red flag. I mean, maybe it'll work out, okay? But what if the person is like super fucking poopy stinky, okay? And maybe they have a cute design, but what then, huh? Then you're stuck with a collab where the person is super fucking poopy stinky to you. And you're like, oh my god, I'm a dumbass. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of like, oh, let's collab posts on Twitter, because especially if it's like strangers. So I have in my FAQ that I only really collab with mutuals. And let's say, okay. I don't fucking know. Let's say Crazy Ori from Hololive would want to collab with me. Is she my mutual? Sadly, no. Would I say yes? Yes. But the thing is, I do like her content and do watch her. I would actually need to put somebody I don't watch, I guess. But I don't know. I don't think it'll ever happen. So why am I talking about this? Moving on. Just be professional. Collabs are most of the time a business thing to grow your audience. Obviously, you can also just have fun with friends and then it's a little bit more relaxed. But if that's the case, then I don't think you need to inquire about collab etiquette, because it's just you hanging out with a friend. And also, if you really want to, do offline collabs, aka play games together offline first before you do that shit on stream, to see how you synchronize with that person. Okay, this might be a bit stupid, but where exactly is the tracking phone placed? Just a little stupid, but what does it need to track? Your face. So place it where your face will be tracked. That is probably right in front of you. If you put it behind you, so it's filming your ass, chances are your face won't get tracked, right? Make sure your lighting is also lighting, not lightning. Don't get electrocuted. Make sure your light is also good. So your face has enough light in there. If you sit in a dark room and your only screen of illumination is your PC screen, chances are your tracking will not function as smoothly as it should. Look, you professional, real stream. You see, I am. Okay, how do you fit all these nuts in your mouth? No problem, your nuts are tiny. P.S. Seer, you are fired as a mod. That was his stupid question. Wouldn't it be getting in the way of your monitor? So right now my iPad is kind of getting in the way of my monitor, but before that, because I had something cool that was, I had monitor standees that were like putting my monitors up. And this way my iPad did not get in the way of anything. So if you have to elevate your monitors, put standees below them. Or I'll use monitor arms so you can adjust them. Why is that a submission? Because Seer fucking hates me. He's not even here. Okay, then we have another few questions. How to fix a stream if your laptop is bad and get glitchy PowerPoints while streaming? Quite frankly, I have no fucking idea. How do I modnap, get mods? How do emotes work and how do I add them? Any tips and tricks from the cool, talented, tall, massive, bullish, very sex, Yuyu? Can I get my nurse hat soon? No to the nurse hat, yes to the rest. I'm very cool. Okay, so my advice for the first thing is get a computer. Laptops suck for streaming. I don't know, I don't know how to fix your laptop. Why is random ass PowerPoints, whatever, fucking popping up? I have no idea. Maybe you have a virus. Okay, if you want to have moderators, try to maybe ask regulars you have in stream. If you don't have any yet. In my case, it was a little bit different because my regulars actually asked me if they can mod for me. So I was like, you know what, why not? Because I trusted them. They were regulars. I was like, you know what, they seem like nice people. Do not just mod any random Joe Schmo you don't know, because what if they're a creep, you know? You never know. Because especially if you, if they're a mod, they have some certain, they have more power than just a view, okay? They can actually kind of sabotage you if they wanted to. So be careful who you're giving that power to, okay? Especially on what kind of platform. Anyways, ask your regulars maybe if you trust them, if you think, okay, they're not like Glinter and will ban people. Just kidding, Glinter is doing a great job as a mod at Kim's stream. But yeah, if you think they will not abuse their power, let them mod. Maybe you can ask your best friend, because for me and Kuro, we mod in each other's streams. We have the moderator badge. Even if we cannot make it to each other's streams, I'm just a message away. So Kuro just has to message me and be like, hey, yo, somebody's creepy in chat. Can you mod? And I'm like, okay, fine. I don't know, I'm cooking right now. I'm on my phone, but I'm gonna go on the Twitch app and ban them for you. Say no more. So maybe you can ask your best friend. Maybe you can ask your regulars. Or you can hold mod applications. I would recommend doing that in a Google form, asking a bunch of questions where you assess the situation, where you let The mods you want to have assess a certain made-up situation, how they would react to certain messages, if they would ban, timeout, warning, whatever. And if they just ban everybody, maybe they're not a good mod. But if they assess the situation actually and be like, okay, here, in that situation, I'd give a warning. In that situation, I would ban them. In that situation, I would time them out. Then you're like, okay, they know what they need to do. They will be fit to be a mod. Okay. For emotes adding, you actually have to hit monetization and or affiliate on Twitch/YouTube in order to get emotes. Maybe that's why it's not working yet. But if you do have affiliate on Twitch, my personal advice is next time, maybe, I hope I don't sound mean, but Google. Do I look like Google? No, jokes aside, you can go to the dashboard, view rewards, emotes, and from there just follow the instructions. Some emotes need some time to get approved. I do not have monetization yet on YouTube because YouTube fucking hates me and it doesn't want to accept my ID, and that's why I do not get monetization even though I'm qualifying for it. But if I do get monetization, they are like, okay, go to monetization, memberships, badges and emojis, and then from there I need to follow the instructions to upload emotes. Okay, I'm a mod in a random channel. I've talked in once. Kind of weird. I think you can unmod yourself. YouTube hates you probably for a good reason. What the fuck? Okay, tips and tricks from yours truly. Again, I guess I wrote down stuff I could think about. I don't know how cohesive this is, but I think it's fine. So, keep in mind, you're now a public figure. Have a separate place for venting. Okay? Streaming is your job now. It's work. Treat it as such. And ignore this if YouTubing is just a hobby for you. But I'm talking to people or towards people who actually do try to take this serious. Do not constantly vent on main. Do a separate account for that. Only accept people you trust into that account, maybe you mutuals, maybe your close friends, and then vent as much as you need to. If some viewer pisses you off, okay, don't just go on a fucking hate boner rant on your fucking main account where you're like, oh my god, this viewer pissed me the fuck off. I mean, they didn't break any rules, but they said my hair is ugly because it's pink and not purple. So I fucking hate them now. And then other people are like, oh my god, I'll probably unfollow that bitch because I made a joke. And this bitch is blowing it out of proportion. I don't want to vibe with them. And in reality, you just have a bad day, you know? Maybe you're just like, oh my god, I'm easily agitated because I dropped my fucking ice cream and everything else pisses me off now. If this sounds too specific, no, it doesn't. No, jokes aside, don't vent on your main. Kind of keep it on the download. Do not engage in drama all the fucking time. You actually only want to be known as a drama VTuber. It will have consequences. There's this one VTuber. I have never heard of their content before. Ever. All I ever saw them in was in the context of them commenting on drama and bullshit. And that actually costed them a sponsorship. And I only found out about them losing the sponsorship because they were in another fucking drama controversy on Twitter. And I've never seen anything else from them. So I'm like, damn, do you really want this to be your brand? Be careful where you put your energy. Be careful where you comment on. And especially if you're tiny, okay? Especially if you're tiny and you do not have a big following yet. Do not comment on bigger issues where you get your ass flamed in, okay? Most people, like 90% of the VTubing audience, uses VTubing as an escapism. They don't want to hear about politics and the state of the world because we all know how fucking bad it is, okay? If you want to use your platform to spread knowledge about this because it's something you're passionate about, you can do so, okay? But keep in mind that will attract a certain type of audience and it might be kind of counterproductive for your career growth. So I'd recommend growing first and then do that shit, okay? Don't like cock block yourself before it even started, before you even had a chance to make a change, okay? And I'm just gonna be honest with you, if you only have like 1K followers on your platforms, chances are that this is not enough to convince people to make a change. But if you have like, I don't know, 1 million, then heck yeah, go for it. Talk about the shit you want to talk about and everybody who doesn't like it can, you know, fuck off. But don't grow your platform with drama only. Try not to engage. Focus on your content. Focus on yourself. That's why you don't really see me commenting on any kind of drama or joining any bandwagon or something. Unless I can make a shit post out of it. But even with this, you have to be kind of careful, okay? Chances are I know about it. If you see some drama controversy on Twitter, my fucking timeline is full of this shit thanks to fucking Musk, okay? There is nothing else I see other than that fucking news drama on there. Do I like it? No. Am I a victim of Twitter and my own phone addiction? Yes. Will I ever comment publicly on it? No. Because it'll open the floodgates to trolls and you don't want that. You do not want to have trolls in there. Ah! Beanie! How you doing? Yuppie! Okay, Vtuber is a skill. Every skill can be learned. Stay motivated and keep honing your skill. That is something I think I said earlier before. You're not a victim, we're the victims. Shut up. Go back into the basement. But yeah, if you're not good at VTubing, don't be very depressed about it. Don't be like, oh, I'll never make it as a VTuber. Oh, I should just give up and jump off a bridge. Don't. Try to be like, hey, I'm not good yet, but I will be maybe one day if I keep practicing and working hard. Do you really think I started out the way I did? You really think I learned nothing in those 2 years of streaming? And I was always like this, and now I just popped, you know, up a little because of my model or some shit. I might have been stupid for 2 years straight, okay? But I did grow as a content creator. I did learn a lot about VTubing. I did switch up some stuff of my content. And if you were like one of my very early viewers, you might even recognize the switch. And I'm so thankful you still stuck around. What do you mean you never? It's what we are. So yeah, anyways, VTubing is a skill. You can learn it. Don't beat yourself up over it too much. Nobody like hates you if you like starting to learn how to drive and then you cannot immediately drive. It's the same fucking thing. You have to learn it, okay? This is always a striker. What do you mean? Oh, a stinker! Shut up. Okay, try out new things. Don't try to make your content just very stagnant. Don't just play games and hope for the best. Try to switch it up. Try to do some other stuff. Try to do building streams. Try to do like hand cam streams where you like that. Try to do like taste tests. Try to do like funny quizzes. Try to do tier lists. Try to do something other than just having stale content. It will make an impact on your viewership. It will make an impact on your growth. Because sometimes if a person does the same shit over and over again, it can get boring. And I don't mean that in like a bad way, okay? Obviously, if you have like a niche where you're doing the same thing over and over again is kind of your thing, I guess. But other than that, try out new things. And that doesn't just mean in your content, okay? Try to learn new skills, okay? Ever since I became a VTuber, I learned how to do websites. I learned how to manage myself. I learned how to market myself. I learned how to draw models. And what else? I learned how to draw emotes. I learned how to animate certain stuff. I learned so much stuff which I didn't know before, okay? Do I know how to video edit? No. Is that something I want to learn? Yes. I learned how to voice act and I'm currently learning how to sing. So don't just like stay stagnant, okay? Try to learn new skills. That's a good thing about content creation. You can literally learn anything that will help you in your content creation and you can still, you know, do content creation without switching your career, kind of. Because only because you're learning how to sing doesn't make you like only a singer now. Oh, now you're only a singer. You can never stream again. No, you can still stream. You can still be a VTuber. You know, just like learn new stuff. Don't just limit yourself. And if you already have skills, show them off. If you can draw, do drawing streams. If you can play the guitar, do guitar streams. If you have extensive knowledge on some very weird, obscure thing, talk about that shit. People like that. People are like, oh, I always wanted to learn about nuclear weapons, you know? I don't fucking know. Talk about whatever you know, okay? Make content out of it, okay? Set goals for yourself. If you don't have goals, it's gonna be harder for you to, you know, keep going with what you're doing. Because once you reach a goal and then you don't have any goals anymore, then you're like, what the fuck am I doing now? I kind of did everything I wanted to do. Guess I die. Don't do that. Try to keep up like with the goals. Try to work towards the goals. So one of my goals is having merch, and I'm currently actively working towards it. And if you're on my Patreon, you can actually see the my fruits of labor taking shape. I don't know. I can't speak English right now. But I'm actively working towards my merch, and It's just a matter of when, not a matter of if anymore. Number one, if you run into a problem, try looking at it from another angle. Don't just give up and be like, oh, I guess I die now. I mean, it's easy, you have like depression to just be like, you know, oh, I guess I die now. And I'm not trying to like undermine this, but I'm trying to give you advice here, so try to overcome it. One example I can only give is my debut teaser. It was a total disaster. And I started biting my nails again, which is something I haven't done in years, because I got so nervous and stressed out because I was in a pinch. I was like, I don't fucking know what to do. But instead of being like, go and cry now, I was actively being like, okay, I will look for a solution right now. I will brainstorm. I will talk to other people who maybe help me solve my problem. And what happened was that I overcame that problem and I did something so much cooler I'm so fucking proud of. So I didn't have enough money for a lower video teaser for certain video editors I wanted to commission because they were out my price range. And those I did have the budget for and wanted to commission, they were out my time frame because they only had like time in October. And I was like, yeah, no, I kind of need like in that month, not in October. So what do I do? What do I do? I was literally like, okay, how do I advertise myself without a fucking debut teaser? Because that's something that completely flew over my head and I was a fucking dumbass for this, okay? Shit can get stressful, but you have to actually like advertise your debut if you want to, you know, have a successful debut. So what I did, I was panicking and then I was going over ideas I had. And I was like reaching out to a friend who always had like good ideas. And I was like, what could I do? And then we brainstormed together and we came up with the idea of having a visual novel. Oh.
No money, no problem. There is a lot to have made it like this best god.
Oh, thank you so much, Action Tom. Thank you. Enderman? What do you mean Enderman? Nani? Enderman, nani? So yeah, basically, I overcame my problem. I came up with a better solution. I reached out to another person, DJ, who helped me with the coding because they actually knew how to code. I was very willing to learn how to code for that. I was like, I'm watching a tutorial as we speak and I'm trying to write down the code thing because it's kind of easy, I guess. It was not easy. And then DJ was like, you know that I can code, right? And I was like, oh my god, you lifesaver, please, please, please. So what we did was he worked on the code, I worked on the what's it called, on the artwork. Oh, I misheard it. Oh, okay. Okay, Benny, なんでもない。Don't worry, don't mind. Anyways, so he can code and I was like, oh my god, you're a lifesaver. I do the art then. So yeah. What was I? Right. Overcome your struggles. Don't just give up. And now I have like a visual novel debut teaser, and I think I'm the first VTuber who has a visual novel debut teaser. I'm not saying I'm the first VTuber with a visual novel, because I saw people have visual novel as lore, but I'm the first with a visual novel teaser. I'm the first VTuber where you actually have to play a game in order to find out the debut date, okay? And if I'm not the first, don't tell me I want to stay in my delusion. But yeah, now I did something very innovative, something I'm very proud of, and something I can brag with. So try to think outside of the box, okay? I actually like the visual novel. It was a great idea. You see, people love that shit. I was so afraid because obviously that visual novel had the following risk, okay? I was still small and I was like, I was running the risk of people not playing it and then nobody sharing the hashtag around with my date. So what I did do, I was reaching out to Yaklesh, who does have a big following. I used my networking skills. I used my connection with my friend and I was literally asking her. Because the thing is, if you do need your friends' help to like promote you, just ask them, okay? If they're a close friend of yours, it will not come across as you using them just for promotion. If it does, then you're doing something wrong. Because then it's the only thing you always talk about. Don't do that. But in Yaklesh, in my case, we're close friends, okay? And I don't just see her as somebody who can help me promote stuff, okay? I help her with lots of stuff, and she in turn helps me with lots of stuff. So I was literally reaching out to her and I was like, Yochi, can you do me a favor? I did this visual novel, can you maybe play it on stream? And Yochi was like, oh my god, of course, I'd love to play it on stream. So what she did, she played it on stream in front of her hundreds of viewers or whatever. And I was like, thank you! So that actually helped. I used my network skills, I used my connections I had, I asked for a favor, it worked out, and people actually shared it around and played it, and it worked out. My debut had lots of people, I had lots of people rate me, and I think I had like 300 to 400 viewers in my debut stream, when my average before that was 20 to 30 viewers. You have to imagine that. Before my debut, I had 20 to 30 like viewers average, but sometimes it was really bleak before my debut. I'm not even saying I had like 30 viewers average for the most part. It was more so 17 to 25 viewers. That was so like, and don't get me wrong, in my opinion that's already quite a bit if you're like a nobody like me. But then having like the added bonus of like having your debut actually be successful and not just have your regulars show up but more people than, you know, I was like, damn, wow. All my hard work actually paid off. That event is popping off. I'm so proud of myself and everybody involved in this. So yeah. And another thing I'm very proud of, I practice voice acting, and people are like, oh, usually I cringe when I hear like voice acting on debut lures, but for you, I do not have to cringe once. And I heard that from one of my biggest critiques, Kuro. She always cringes when she hears people who do, like speak Japanese in lore videos, and then she was like, nah, you were actually really good. I was like, you know what? Thank you. And I had another person tell me the exact same thing, and I'm like, wow. So yeah, I don't know. Your skill, your practice, it will pay off. And now you people tell me that I'm good at voice acting, and I'm honestly honored. But for the amount of work I put into my voice acting compared to like other stuff I put work in, singing, I don't really feel like it's deserved. So I'm even more surprised that you guys like it so much. So thank you. But yeah, let me chat again. I'm glad you did it. I'm proud of you. Thank you. I had it wrong. Enderman. Hi. わかりました。なんでもない。Don't give up when you can see you. As ideal, we all give up on what? But Jesus, we haven't someone made it. You're calling me stupid. The most. I made some very cliche and cringe, but you know, the whole point of being a VTuber is to be cringe and be free. That's another thing I would give you guys that advice. If you easily cringe at people, maybe reevaluate your own insecurities, because maybe you're projecting. Because I'm not even saying this as a mean way, okay? But what does this person do that actually makes you cringe, that is so much of a sin that you think, oh my god, I hope I could punch them in the face? Like what are they doing? Are they actually doing something that deserves to be punched in the face? Like, I don't know, killing a kitten? Or are they just voice acting something and you are like, oh my god, they're fucking cringe? Reevaluate your own insecurities if you cringe easily at everything other people do. And maybe try to do it better yourself first before you judge. That is my advice. Because the thing is, I did not start out with doing kayfabe. I'm doing kayfabe now, okay? And you guys seem to like it. Because of course you do, you love me. But back then, I was too insecure to do kayfabe stuff. I was like, nah, I don't think I could ever do that. I didn't cringe at people specifically. I was not like, oh my god, this person is so cringe. But I was like, it's okay when they do it, but if I do it, I would fucking cringe at myself. Because I was insecure. I was too shy and too self-conscious to do what I thought was fun, okay? And then one day I was like, this person I love does that. And it's so much fun when she does that. I want to do that too. Will I cringe? Maybe. Will I overcome my cringe? Most definitely. And now I overcame my cringe, I'm cringe, and I'm free. So I don't know. My case in point is, do more cringe stuff, be free, you only live once. I know it sounds cliche, but just do it. If you think it could be fun, try it out, okay? Maybe you even start something unironically and then you come to actually like it. Who knows? That's why I did the uwu emote. I was great. Oh god, I was a hater. I was like, oh my god, bitches using the uwu emote. That is so cringe. Uwu. And then I made fun of it with my bestie. I was like, haha, uwu is so cringe. And now look at me. I fucking write uwu unironically. I became an uwu enjoyer. I became, I was converted from a hater to a lover. Like, listen. It's literally just a fucking emote. Like, why was it cringing? So yeah, in Minecraft. You know, maybe it's somewhat cringe. Okay, but you love me for it, right? Play a game in easy mode and game over, lol. That's cringe. I take it back. Yeah, that is cringe. If you do that, then very cringe. Kimo. Couldn't be me. I'm a pro gamer, definitely. I have a question. If an AI can be a VTuber, how do I know if it's an actual person and not an AI? Usually it's written in the desk if it's an AI. I'm just gonna say it. Nura-chan is an AI, but the thing with Nura-chan, I actually like her because she's a program somebody made. Vendel is the programmer behind her. And he actually put work and effort into her. He constantly refines her. He used the money he earned to give her a proper debut. It's like basically his puppet, okay? And his program, you can see her as a video game, as an interactive video game. That's how you can view Nura-sama, okay? This is how you can view her. And the hard work is actually done by Vendel. So I actually think that's one of the uses of AI I don't absolutely fucking hate. That's one of the uses of AI I actually think are cool and innovative and just sick. Because first of all, it's not hurting anybody, okay? It's literally just an interactive program on stream, and he's actually working towards doing something cool with her and not just like stealing shit to make it work, okay? So that's something that is cool. And he also supports artists by commissioning real artists for assets for that, okay? So that's also something really cool. And he's not like, oh, she's an AI VTuber, I'm gonna AI create a picture and steal other people's art. No, Vendel actually went to real artists and was like, yo, I want to commission you for this. So that's like one of the things where I think it's cool. But as a general rule, 99% of VTubers are real people behind the avatar. I don't think there are many AI program VTubers out there. I can only think of two, and one of them was Nura-sama, and the other one is a little bit of gray area because it's somebody kind of role-playing as an AI and using AI stuff like AI voices and stuff, but it's not actually an AI. I think so, yeah. Mother VTuber wasn't that the thing? I might be misinformed. If I'm wrong, correct me. But that's the one thing I heard. If I'm wrong, I take it back. But even that, I think it's kind of like creative, you know. Everything come from Nura, but they say for Vendel. True, isn't Nura also bullying Vendel? At some point, Nura will be his daughter. Mother V3, I think so. Mother is good. I haven't watched it enough to know. I do watch Nura-sama, so I can actually say something about them, but I don't really feel comfortable about speaking about a creator I know too little about, because I'm afraid to spread misinformation online if I'm wrong, so... But yeah, 99% of the people are not AIs. That is something that is still a very unexplored niche of VTubing. So yeah, chances are you're talking to a real person. I mean, do you think I'm an AI? If I would be an AI, I could actually do things like not dropping my fucking ice cream, and yes, I'm still salty about that. Okay, what do we have? We went over the showing a few skills, learn how to do new things, hone your skill, don't engage in drama, overcome problems. Alright, set boundaries. If needed, don't be afraid to do so on stream. It's your space after all. No need to tolerate disrespectful behavior. Cultivate your own space. Too many times I had sadly witnessed people not stepping up for themselves, and for a time I didn't do so either, and it got so bad that I wanted to stop streaming. And I know of other people who feel or felt the same because they haven't had the balls to set boundaries yet, and they actually had to learn how to set boundaries. They had to step up and be like, yo, listen, actually no, this is my stream, I'm my own boss, and if I don't like your behavior here, I need to put you in your place. Maybe you don't even have ill intentions, but your jokes can come across the wrong way, okay? which was the case in my situation. You guys never had ill intent. You just tried to be haha funny, but the haha funny was something I was kind of very insecure about, and it hurt my feelings, and it made me not want to talk on stream because people were like shitting on my voice, and I was like, wow, why do you even watch me if you hate my voice, you know? It made me kind of, because it wasn't really wrapped in a joke, and I actually had to tell people to, quite frankly, shut the fuck up. And then I had to go, make a whole post on Twitter, and then I had to go on stream and be like, hey, I need to set boundaries. Do not like shit on me for something I cannot change and will not change. And if you don't like it, stop watching me, but stop trying to shit on me for something that will not change, aka my voice. So I had to set boundaries. I was afraid to lose viewers. But in the end, I was like, if I lose viewers over it, so be it. Then just stop watching me, you know? And that's something you have to actually have the confidence to do, and it's kind of something really hard to do. But if you don't do it, you will run into more problems later down the line, okay? Do not cultivate a space you don't like. Because the thing is, if you keep allowing disrespectful behavior, new people who see that disrespectful behavior and would have sticked around for you, and then they see the chat being like a little bitch, they're like, no, I do not like the vibe of this community, I'ma stay out of this. And then they dip, and then you lost a new viewer, somebody who actually would have respected you, for example. Because you kept those who disrespect you in there, even though they make you and everybody around them uncomfortable. So my advice is, if you have a bad apple, kick them. Okay, maybe you need to warn them first, and maybe they'll change. And if that's the case, great. But if they behave, if they keep misbehaving, I mean, then kick them. Okay, what do you do with moldy food? You throw it away. You don't eat it, unless you're Rumi. Do not eat that brownie, Rumi, please. Jokes aside, you cultivate your own space. It is scary to set boundaries. And I had people come on stream, be disrespected, and then apologize for feeling hurt for being disrespected, and it broke my heart. I'm like, you sweet baby girl, do not apologize for people treating you like shit. Like, how about you kick these people? Like, stop. No. And these people then maybe like lose the fun of streaming, and then they maybe want to stop streaming, and that's kind of heartbreaking if you ask me. So make sure to set your boundaries right away. Okay, don't be afraid to set them. It is your stream, it is your space. People come and go, and if they don't like it, so be it. Okay, you have to be comfortable in your own space, and like, what's the point of coming online and being uncomfortable in your own space? Okay, so yeah, I had a friend actually had to delete their entire fucking server and start a new one because it got so bad with the people in there that they fucking hated all of them, and they had to restart the entire fucking community from scratch because they allowed it to be so bad because they never set boundaries. Do you really want to do that? I doubt it. So don't be afraid, okay? Obviously, don't be like, oh my god, you're a cunt, and then kick them. Just be like, hey, I don't tolerate this behavior, please stop. And if they don't stop, be like, okay, that's it, goodbye. You can be respectful and still be setting boundaries, okay? Okay, well, in the end, you're a content creator and you'd like to, you do like if you want. Not everyone will like it anyway. True. That's also a thing. You will not be liked by everybody. I had a person, just most recently, I've had a person who I never interacted with, okay? They drew fan art of somebody. And I was like, oh, I like this fan art. I want to check them out. They fucking blocked me! I'm like, why don't they hate me? But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. People don't always have to like you. Was I discombobulated? Yes. Because why would you block me? I'm so amazing. But jokes aside, you cannot Carter do the entirety of the population. I prefer you before mother, but for Eri, I'm lost. Who's Eri? Only AI hears chat now. Do you put salt on your ice cream? Do you think it wouldn't have dropped if I did? You put keyword on the ice cream? Shut up! Imagine not banning people. True. That's sad. Then just take it, mate. Exactly. Your voice is lovely. Ah, thank you! That's also a thing. I didn't really like my voice, and I was very insecure about it. But if I listen to my voice now, I no longer cringe. I used to cringe a lot about my voice, but not anymore. I'm like, you know what? My voice is fine. That's fine. Do I have instances of me cringing about my voice? Yes, and that'll never stop. But for the most part, I'm fine. I can also watch my own VODs without having to like, because that's literally how I felt in the beginning of streaming. You have the cutest voice ever, thank you! You see, and for everybody who doesn't like your voice, there will be thousands of people in there. I mean, okay, you guys... Yes, I say 1,000. You're now 1,000 people, I don't care. In my head, you are. Anyways, there'll be enough people who do like your voice. I'm sorry to see what happened. I've always liked your voice. Thank you! I mean, honestly, I'm no longer insecure about it. I'm no longer mad about it either. I think maybe it had to happen, and I'm glad it was something so minor. Because in the end, it helped me grow. It helped me be more confident, and it helped me develop a backbone I need for streaming. Because the other thing you need for streaming, you need kind of a tough skin. You will get haters. It is unavoidable. I was very fortunate that my haters, if I do have them, they're not public yet. I haven't seen any public hate about me, so would be cool if it stays like this. But just the most recent example, somebody just randomly blocking me, who I never interacted with. Maybe they kind of dislike me, you know? Maybe I just make them uncomfortable. I don't know. Whatever it is, I do probably have people who don't like me, and that's fine. I don't mean to cater to everybody. Wait, I have so many messages. Oh my god. It has a cute accent as well. What do you mean? I don't have a cute accent. Timo. Your voice is cute. Thank you. I can change her. Shut up, typo. Thank you, accent Tom. Were you poor? What do you mean? Is the chat overly frozen? No. I don't think so. You look too young. What do you mean? You haven't even seen me. Have you? Wait, Bane, have you seen me IRL? Disbelief from his iron stomach. Probably. Cousin, I have too many times seen how people comment to chat just to ask you to commission them. Should there be a rule no asking commission you? Yes and no. I mean, wait, you mean if they ask me if I want to commission them? Or if they ask me if they can commission me. Because if they want to commission me, I don't mind. My commissions are just closed and I then tell them I do appreciate it if people want to commission me. But if I have people come and chat and be like, hey, do you want to commission me? Like they say that to me and ask me if I want to give my money to them. I'm like, who the fuck are you? No. Like that is not the place to ask me. Quite frankly, it is never the place to ask me if I don't follow you and I'm not on anyone's waitlist. Do not ask me if I want to spend my money on you. That's the fastest way of me don't really like ever checking out your content. What do you mean I block you too? The accent is not strong enough anymore. What do you mean anymore? I never had an accent. Shut up. I am the perfect human being. One of the people who they don't like. True. Old granny? I'm not an old granny. If you make a rule about no self-promotion, done. I mean, that is also true, yeah. I would recommend, for the tips and tricks, have rules in your description or Twitch panels. So then when people do something you don't like, you can refer to the rules and fucking block them out of your chat if you have to, okay? If you don't have 18+ community in your chat and then a minor comes into chat and you block them and they're like, yo, why the fuck was it blocked? And you're like, there's an 18+ community, and they're like, well, it's not in the rules, which is definitely something that happened with me because I forgot to put that in my rules. That is kind of fucking stupid, so make sure to check your rules, update them if needed, okay? And if you have an update and you have to inform people, be like, hey, listen, I updated my rules, please check them out, yada yada. Make sure people are aware of the rules. Another thing I would recommend, which is, I guess, common sense, but I've seen it so many times. Link your social medias! If I check out a stream and I like the stream, I'm like, man, I'd like to follow them on other platforms. And then I cannot follow them on other platforms because I don't have the other platforms linked. Then I'm getting mad because then I'm trying to look for them on Twitter or YouTube or wherever. And then I can't find them because conveniently the username was taken and they had to do something else, like an underscore or whatever. Will I ever find out? Probably not. And that fucking sucks. Don't you want people to like cross-follow you on different platforms? Link your different platforms. Don't do that. Have an information panel, even if it's just a small about section. If you don't have an extensive about section, it's fine, but have some sort of information there. Especially if people want to rate you, you know. They click on your channel, they maybe watch you stream for a little bit, and if they cannot listen to what you're saying and just go off of chat, they will probably want to read your about section and be like, hey, what kind of streamer is this? What do they do? And if they have no information, they're like, maybe it's not safe for me to rate them, so I don't. So kind of have something in your about section so you also get rated, okay? Just, you know, common sense stuff in my opinion, but I've seen it so many times that people don't have that shit. If you have a reference, make it accessible for people. If you want fan art, don't expect people to look through thousands of tweets to find your fucking reference. have it easily accessible. I recommend a VTuber profile, okay? So it's just a card website where you have like the most basic info, like your tags, your reference. You can obviously build it out, like mine. Check out my Yoshi info because I'm very proud of it. But have it accessible. Have your schedule pinned to your Twitter, okay? If you post your schedule on Twitter, have it pinned so when people visit you, they see what shit you do, okay? Have your schedule pinned, and under that schedule, link with your reference and your hashtags, okay? And if you're on a hiatus or whatever, have your reference pinned. Just have like some introduction tweet pinned where people know what the fuck you're on about, especially if your Twitter bio doesn't say anything about you. That goes under advertising. I mean, true, that is true. I guess it's just general advice I haven't mentioned yet. Judging from the theme of the stream is it's the embodiment of kawaii. Thank you! Arigato! Honte arigato, ureshi. No one mod is here, run! Honestly, just instant ban. I wouldn't even give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I haven't had this happen in my stream yet, I think, so... I had it happen in my DMs. I have so many people come into my DMs and be like, hey, do you want to buy from me? And I'm like, I don't even know who you are, no. And then they sent me some shit of stolen art. I'm like, I'm not fucking... You really think I'm that stupid? And then they always come with, hey, I'm a professional GFX designer. I'm like... There's a bridge. You know what to do. Okay, maybe that's rude. YouTube don't ban me. I mean in Minecraft. Because it's very fun if you jump into the water, right? Moving on. You say you don't have a hater, can I be first? But then you have to put #1 you hater in your Twitter bio or something. And then you have to constantly post about me. Sometimes that's the rules about no display of public affection. I mean, yeah. Sometimes it makes people uncomfortable if you come into the stream and you be like, hey, sexy mamacita, can I clip these ass cheeks? And then they're like, yo, what the fuck? So maybe don't do that, you know? Sucks to be them. I mean, display of public affection is probably meant PDA, which is affection looks different for everybody, but PDA is like some of the specific thing I think that the most general people would view as romantic and or sexual in nature, not just you know, being friendly. Proper hashtags as well, don't spam. True. I've seen so many people use like a bunch of fucking hashtags if they try to promote their stream. These hashtags don't do anything for you. They maybe would have helped you in the beginning, the VTuber uprising, Vtuber, blah blah blah, okay? Maybe there was a time where it actually helped. This time is over. This fucking hashtag is flooded to the brim with random ass bullshit. Nobody clicks on that hashtag anymore. Maybe you have luck and it like pops up in your For You page, because, you know, it has VTuber in it. But for the most part, it's pretty much useless. I never use it. And my tweets are doing just fine. And I tried using it once and there was literally no fucking difference. Feeling called out, but okay, what do you mean? What did I say? Were you being called out, Kuro? To be honest, any VTuber and schedules are something I rarely come across in one sentence together. Yeah, because I think maybe that's why I got the comment earlier that I'm very corporate without having a corporate to actually back me up. Because I'm doing pretty much what corporate VTubers do with having the added freedom of not being in a corpo and being able to do whatever the fuck I want in the end. But the thing is, I kind of think I know how to present myself as well. I don't know. I mean, I'm managing other VTubers, so I'd hope so. Pin stuff for went on hiatus. Are you on a hiatus right now, Kuro? Are you? I don't think so. You are still streaming. Yes, you do more so of a guerrilla stream schedule right now. You don't really have a set schedule until you figure things out, but that doesn't mean you're on a hiatus. That's not a basically. Shut the fuck up. You was literally... Weren't you not literally streaming yesterday until like the 2 AM or some shit? And people loved it. Check out Kuro, by the way. She can sing. The only thing you are on hiatus for is like... You L2D model. So yeah, you still streaming just because you don't have a schedule yet. That's fine, because you informed your community in your Discord server, where most of your community is, okay? Where that you will not be having a schedule until further notice. And if you really want to, you can, you know, nobody's stopping you from making a tweet about it. But I'm talking about these people who don't communicate with their viewer base, which, by the way, very important. That's the whole reason why you have viewers in the first place. So try to maybe incorporate them into your basic daily thingies, you know, communicate with your viewers, because they kind of also dictate where stuff is going. For example, I got a sponsorship for powder energy stuff. I personally only drink water, so I would not accept that sponsorship if I would have to be like, oh, yummy, if I don't actually think it's yummy, okay, because I only drink water. But I was literally just asking my community. I was unsure if I should accept the sponsorship, so I was like asking my community. I was like, hey, would anybody actually buy that product? Would anybody be interested in that shit? And the consensus of my viewership was like, no, because those who do are already set, and those who aren't set don't need that product. So like, it's kind of futile to accept that sponsorship and give more work to myself if it doesn't benefit me or my viewers. So I let the company know, and that was that. So also communicate with your viewers, see what they want. If it's for merch, I did a merch interest check. I was literally asking, hey, listen, you Kanza-sama, what the fuck are you interested in? I need to know, because who am I trying to sell my merch to if not my Kanza-samas, you know? So wouldn't it be beneficial for me to know what they actually want to see as merch, you know? Right, Shadow Legends, though, I wasn't right. So anyways, communicate with your viewers. Let them help you make decisions, okay? Kanza-shamas? Did I say that? Didn't I say Kanza-samas? Let's say that. I'm tired. Shut the fuck up. I always thought the arts they sent were really were real until someone told me a few days ago. Wait, what do you mean? Wait. Let me okay, but even if it's not in the rules, there's a check in the stream setting that they need to be to confirm if they're 18 or 20 plus. So not a minor. I mean, true, that is a thing, but in that specific case, it did not pop up for the viewer, and it was like a charity stream, which was also targeted to like children, so it was not really like clear, because it was like a suicide awareness stream I did for a charity. So I wasn't really clear on that, but because of the things I discussed in there, they were a little bit too much to handle for me to talk to kids about that, so I didn't want kids in there, so I was like, I'm sorry, I should have been more clear about that. Yeah. Pink and white emote look nice. With what? There's a heart emote in the... You cannot get rid of it. Pink, white... Oh, t-shirt! Okay. This stupid heart emote in the chat. You can make a shirt of merch and it just has the goddess printed on it. I don't think anybody would actually walk around with the titty window printed on. Would you guys? Would you really? But yeah, anyways, talk to your viewers, use common sense, don't go into depth for VTubing, don't steal content, do not copy others. What might work for them does not work for you, okay? It can ruin your career if you're seen as a copycat. I've seen so many times. I've seen it too many times. Especially of younger, unexperienced VTubers or aspiring VTubers. They have an Oshi, okay? And they love their Oshi very much. And then they go and copy whatever the fuck their Oshi does. And it is not cute, and you might have no ill intent. You're just very obsessed with your Oshi, and that's fine. But you do not want to start up your career as your Oshi 2.0. Don't do that. It does not give you any benefits. It just cockblocks your career. Because trust me if I say this. Even if you might be kind of blissfully unaware of what you did because you were so infatuated that you didn't even notice and you think it's okay or something like this. Other people will see it. And other people will save you in their brain as unoriginal and they will never check you out. So for your best interest, do not get too inspired. In my case, I get very inspired by other VTubers, but I'm aware if I get too inspired and then I don't do that, okay? So I'm trying to not do what they do, even though their work inspires me. I'm trying to do my own thing with the added motivation that inspiration gives me, if that makes sense. For example, sorry again, I'm taking Rumi as an example. She did an amazing Kanabata date stream. And the setup of that, so I don't know if you guys are aware if you're not streaming yourself. The entire setup of that stream was so fucking genius, okay? The way she like had that one slide thingy with the edit animation where it looked like you as a viewer closing your eyes, and then she was like changing scenes and shit and like shit like this, okay? That was amazing, okay? That was very difficult to set up, and it was very, very difficult to get the timing right on a live stream, okay? That was so 5-head energy right there. That shit inspired me so much for one of my streams. But other than, you know what I didn't do? I didn't just do the same shit she did. I did another thing. I came up with the idea of giving you guys date Polaroids. I went into my shoes, I did a photo shoot, I edited pictures, and then I gave you stuff to download and print out. And was it the same shit she did? No, but I was inspired by that stream to do that, okay? So, if you do get inspired, it should just be that, inspiration. Do not copy, okay? Fake or pleasure, basically. What were the kids at the SEO awareness stream? Cause when I was a kid, I was low-key depressed, you know? And kids can also be depressed, and maybe they also look for stuff. You know, I don't blame kids for trying to like, you know, learn about that, because again, teens can also go through that. Another window, just the garters. It would be so funny with the window though. Take a pleasure in India. You wanna buy it? I don't need a pie. I'm a proud Python. Shut up. But yeah, I'm just saying, inspiration is okay, copying is not. You do not want to ruin your career by copying or tracing or whatever the fuck, okay? Don't do that. Find your niche. Don't just copy what that is. So, for example, you see Iron Mouse doing, getting a bunch of different models every fucking month or so, okay?
TMX4 by fake おっぱい T-shirts for you. Best god.
Come on! I don't need fake oppai! But thank you so much. Thank you for the dono. Sorry kids that thought under 10. No. I think the person was like 15 or 16. But yeah. Anyways, what was I? Right, okay, so you see Iron Mouse getting new models every other month, okay? That works for her because she's a big streamer and she has the money and the resources to do so. It will not work for somebody like me. If I get a new model and a new design every other month, people have no fucking idea who I am, because I do not have any brand recognizability with that, okay? Even if my design resembles me, maybe some people have no idea who I am. They see this design around all the time and then suddenly they don't anymore and they are like, okay, this VTuber is gone, okay? This does not work for everybody, okay? This only works if you are at a certain size. For example, Iron Mouse. But yeah, so don't just look at big streamers and try to copy what they do and then go into financial ruin for it and it doesn't even, you know, work for you. So yeah, try to look for something that works for you. Try to adapt, because the thing is, VTubing, you need to adapt. Okay, so the best example I can give is traditional debuts. So 2020 debuts looked a lot different than they do now. They were a lot less interactive and they were a lot more just presentation based. So now it's no longer like that. Back then, it was like, oh, do not show your model, do not show your model. That's the whole reason why people come to debuts, okay? And nowadays you see a lot of people showing their models up before the debut even happened, you know? So the nature of debuts, for example, changed. So you have to constantly adapt and analyze the scene you're in. You have to know what's in, you have to keep up to date. And if you don't adapt, you will die, you will go under. And so go and adapt. Don't just be stale and expecting to like work out just because you work hard. You also have to work smart. Okay, do I have any other advice? I think not. I think that was it. So, is being stinky a requirement for being a VTuber? Yes. If you don't stink, start stinking. Okay, was that it? Was that it? wait, let me check. Was that it? Oh yeah, that was the last one. But I got okay, I got a new marshmallow. I just got a mail for it. So we have 2 more. Okay. I'm not gonna screen share for this one, but basically one question is what to do if my voice is very flat and I can't control how high or low it is. should I embrace it rather than try getting control of my voice? So if you haven't tried getting control of your voice yet, maybe try doing that first. Because again, voice acting is a skill you can learn. If you really want to have like a more tenacious voice that seems more reactive, or if you do have a flat voice and you want to make it your thingy, you can do that. The first example that comes to my mind is you play a horror game and something scares you, and instead of just screaming like a little bitch like me, your reaction would be like, damn. Maybe people can find, you know, humor in that. So you have to try out what works for you, what makes you the most comfortable. I would recommend trying both of these things out, you know, just try it out, give it a try in both directions and stick with whatever resonates with you more. And the other questions we got was how to grow as a streamer. I mean, even if you like what you do, a stream, how to get those numbers grown. Consistency, work, content, networking, innovation, and basically what I said in the past 2 hours of the stream. I did have an entire section about how to advertise yourself and what to do. So again, try to network, try to utilize the networks you have, try to put yourself out there. It's not enough to just work hard, you also have to work smart. Switch up your content, don't be stale, try to be innovative, try to come up with new stuff, try to come up with new projects, you know? Just a bunch of shit. Because you yourself are your own limitation. Your creativity is the limit. If you can think it, you can make it. Basically, be delusional and stick to it. Soon VTubers will also have software that stinks for them virtually. I just showered. I'm sorry, Jem, you'll never make it as a big VTuber if you shower. You have to stink. You have to actually be fucking stinky, okay? How about you take me as an example? You see, now I'm stinky. Be stinky. Embrace the stink. The setback game fractured, but whole had a smell gap. What? Huh? How about simple VTuber that doesn't shit themselves playing horror games? Not gonna lie. No, you wouldn't. You would only sim for me. Shut up. Bonus points if you call it a Kudera VTuber. The wheat branding makes all the difference. Exactly. That's actually not something I've thought about. But you can actually, because you're doing the VTuber shit, you know, the kayfabe, it can come into your favor. Utilize the kayfabe, okay? And if you think kayfabe is cringe, overcome that cringe. You're cringe. Shut up. Yes, sim for me. No. Coral, stop poaching. Stop poaching my viewers. What the fuck? And jokes aside, if you do want to have somebody who doesn't shit themselves when playing horror games, but be like, bitch, then yeah. I guess you can check out Kuro if you can, you know, endure her smell. I guess that's fine. But don't forget about me. Oh, I will cry. I will cry. So don't forget about me. But yeah, I think that was everything. Did I get any more comments on my VTuber tweet thing? Oh my fucking god, I have 20 plus notifications. Why the fuck do I have plenty of 2 hours notifications? Oh my god. What the fuck? But yeah, also another thing, don't just try to grow on one platform. I think I have said it before, but because of the last question, I want to reiterate, underline, oh fucking no, I cannot English, that again, if you only try Twitch and you never grow on Twitch, chances are you need to branch out to other platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Twitter to advertise. And a personal thing, Kuro, do not feel attacked. You changed since. Do not just use your Twitter as a go live platform and just post, oh, I'm live now, I'm live now, I'm live now, and that's all you post, because you need to give people a reason why they follow you on Twitter, you know? So how about you sprinkle in some funny memes and shit posts, some, you know, funny thoughts you have, maybe talk about the dream you had, you know, just random bullshit go. Talk about your day. People are there to listen to your day, okay? They want to know. If you do something stupid, like almost burning down the kitchen like I did earlier, then maybe talk about it on Twitter, and then people will comment on it. I had people make memes because of this now. I have memes of me committing arson in my Discord server because of my stupid tweet, okay? This will get engagement. Do not be afraid to post embarrassing stuff. Of course, don't post like very, very, very personal embarrassing stuff, okay? Nobody needs to know that. I don't fucking know. I cannot think about. I already told you guys all my embarrassing stories. But basically, obviously, if it's too embarrassing, maybe have common sense. You know, that goes with anything. Have common sense, please, 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 please have common sense. But yeah, try to post on Twitter some more. Post your art if you're an artist. Repost your art if you're an artist on special days like Portfolio Day, even if you haven't drawn in a month. Like me. But you know what I didn't do? I posted anything on Portfolio Day, so that's on me. So you see, even I make mistakes. I know. As perfect as I am, I have some flaws. Very minor, of course, and very, very subtle flaws. It's not too big, but you know. Thank you so much. Wait, how did that happen? Wait, how does this happen? This is not a sub because I don't have monetization. Huh? Anyways, what? I don't fucking know what happened, but thank you. Wait, do I have memberships? No, I don't have memberships. I don't have memberships. This can't be. I'm so confused. I don't understand YouTube. Let me go back to my room. Okay, there we go. You sting more than me? Not true. And so you's proud of her butt? I am! Thank you, Vinny! My butt is very good. I have a good butt. Is this normal sub? Oh, what Twitch related? No. He's from Twitch. Your Twitch isn't connected at the moment. No, my Twitch isn't connected, and my alert box has nothing to do with my Twitch because it's set up for YouTube. Because I'm actually a good streamer. Yes, I can do that shit. You look same as always. So, shut the fuck up. Maybe you need to come into my room and clean it for me then, huh? How about you go clean my room? Have I told you guys about the dream I had? About the cockroaches? I had a dream where I was attacked by cockroaches. It was very, very scary. I do not like it. Me no like it. But yeah, I think that was everything for the stream. I don't really have any more comments or anything else to add. Yeah, I guess that was it. I guess we can stop here, guys. So yeah, I hope you learned something. I hope it wasn't too harsh. Some stuff was mostly my opinion on certain aspects, which I think which I personally like more than other things, which I saw working. Because again, I spend my free time analyzing other VTubers and content and the VTuber scene as a whole, which is something I recommend you do. Because again, you need to kind of know what scene you're in. It's like having a stock market, you know, you can't just, you know, pay any stock if you don't know what stock will crash the next day, okay? You need to know what horse to bet on, you know? Don't gamble. Unless it's, of course, funding my gambling addiction with Genshin Impact, then obviously, please pay me gambling addiction money, thank you very much. But yeah, you have to know what market you're, you know, operating in. Especially if you want to do this as a full-time VTuber. If you only do this as a hobby and in the end you don't give a shit, then it's fine. Okay. But if you do want to take this more serious, if you do want to have this as a job in the future, you actually have to consume the content of popular VTubers. If you want to know what is up, what is the trend, you need to analyze what is going on in the VTuber scene as a whole right now. You need to keep up to date with certain events and news. Especially if you want to join certain events, you know, because for example, there was a small VTuber award hosted by somebody who set up the entire thing for a couple of months. Okay, this took a couple of months to set up and host, and people had no idea about it because they don't give a shit, they don't do research about anything. Okay, and then the VTuber awards happened, and then they got upset because they were nominated. You could have nominated yourself. You could have informed your community about it, so they nominated you. And then you could have asked your community to vote. But basically, you sat there with your finger up your ass, you didn't do any research about it, you didn't do anything, and then you expect to get an award. For what? For what exactly? For not putting in the work. In my example, I knew about the event, and I didn't tell you guys about it because I didn't feel like joining. I could have maybe joined, and if I would have joined, I would have told you guys about it to vote for me, okay? But I was like, no, I don't want to join. I don't feel comfortable joining because I felt like I'm not there yet to win any kind of award, okay? So I didn't join. But then you have other people who don't do anything and expect to get an award for it, and honestly, entitled. And then they go and shit on other people who won an award, who are also, by the way, small VTubers. So, I don't know. And honestly, this award was a great opportunity for smaller VTubers to get discovered, and so many people reported that they did actually get more viewers after this because they got discovered by more people. So if you want to put yourself out there, put yourself out there. Don't just expect to like one day be discovered or some shit. You cannot rely on luck all the time. You actually have to work smart, you have to put in the work for this, and you actually have to do something. So if you have no idea what's going on in the VTuber world, then maybe take a look around, because False ID reported on the VTuber Awards, and other VTubers also reported on the VTuber Awards, okay? They reported that this is a thing that will be happening, and then a few months passed, and then they were like, okay, this thing, by the way, happened. So, yes, maybe look at the VTuber news once in a while. And if you don't like drama and whatever, then that's fair, but you kind of have to choose which, you know, which pill to swallow if you actually want to make it in the scene. You should probably be aware of what is actually happening. But these are just my 2 cents. I might sound very harsh here, and I'm sorry if I do. And if you feel insulted by it, good. Take that spite and put it into work. Take that spite and show me that you can do it, okay? Take that spite and work on yourself and prove me wrong. How about it, huh? Let spite work for you, okay? So yeah, every emotion can be turned into productivity if you want to. And if you do need spite to do it, then so be it. I don't mind if you hate me, if you wanna prove me wrong and make it. I will. If you do it, be proud of you, okay? Coxo, hey, dang! I'm not Coxo, what the fuck? You mean Goki Booty? It's Goki Booty! I'm not planning to become a VTuber, but this was really entertaining, what the fuck? You see? Even if people don't plan to become a VTuber, they were like watching this because they are interested about VTubing as well. And it doesn't even hurt to like watch it. Because for example, in Mako's case, you know, he's a clipper, okay? He works with VTubers. He doesn't plan on becoming a VTuber himself. He just plans to maybe clip VTubers, you know? In his case, it might also be interesting to know what the fuck is going on behind the scenes, you know? So even if you're not directly involved into VTubing as a whole, I hope this video can help you to just gain more experience. And again, I started 2 years ago. I did not have the knowledge I have now. I actually had to do my research, talk to people, find out stuff, ask about stuff. And all that knowledge I have is an accumulation of hard work, networking, and you know, I don't know. It's just, you know, hard work that I accumulated into my brain and now put it outward as information for you guys. So glad we have friends so I don't have to do that. I mean, true, it also helps if you have a friend like me who does that shit for you, and then you can just ask that friend. They had too much pride to look up small VTuber awards but got mad that didn't get nominated. Yeah, it was like a whole thing, and honestly it's so pathetic. Like, I don't even mean that to be like in like a very insulting way, but like, why do you cry about something you haven't even put work towards to, you know? You can't just be like, I didn't do anything to deserve this or do anything about it. And I didn't even know it existed until yesterday. But now that I know it existed, I am mad because I wasn't included. You know how oversaturated the market is? You know how many small VTubers are out there? Do you really expect to have like a bazillion fucking VTubers included in an entire fucking award show? And people got mad because bigger VTubers got nominated as well. The thing is, these nominations were just that. They didn't let any bigger VTuber win. I saw the Iron Mouse was nominated. Obviously, she's not a small VTuber. And of course, there are trolls in her community who thought maybe that's so funny to nominate her, okay? I doubt. I would put my hand into the fire and actively bet on it that Iron Mouse did not go in a stream and be like, nominate me for that. And then people got mad at it just because they were truthful about all the nominees that were listed on, okay? It doesn't mean that Iron Mouse won, so why the fuck are you mad? Just because she was on the list of nominees. Anyways. Someone Shizara as the University of Year song. Me too, Vinny, me too. 頼みたい。 On the other hand, some people do get exposure by starting drama, but you gotta wonder what it forces a community one. I think I said something about that earlier. Obviously, you can join drama and you get exposure from it, but it can also actually be very harmful on the long run. TV is not only covering story about VTuber drama. I watch them often for indie and microcop VTubers. Exactly. I mean, I watch them every time they have a new video out. I don't think they just cover drama. They cover drama, they cover news, and they cover very serious allegations and legal stuff. So, but the reason why I called it drama is because obviously sometimes they do cover drama, but when they do, they also frame it in a way that it's meant to not be taken too serious, you know. But I had a person actually say they don't want to watch that because they don't like drama, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair if you don't, you know. Because of course you cannot know if there will be drama in that video or not. I personally don't care. I have drama on my timeline anyways, so if I watch news about it, it's not affecting me in a way that it's like, you know, it's there anyways. Either I watch a YouTube video about it and also get other information I actually like, or I just see it on my timeline and have to endure it, you know. Gokuburi is enemy. Hi! Gokuburi, daikirai! Kimo! I hate them. I had a dream about them. Gokuburi, I thought it was Goku getting buried. No, Gokuburi means cockroach. I killed Goki? Me too. Kudos. Gokuburi, kudos. Kudos-sa. It was my debut, be like, what do you mean? Drama is where the fun begins. Typo. I don't like drama, I've seen it enough. That's what I'm not active in Twitter. I mean, that's fair. I'm personally more active on Twitter desktop because I don't have drama on my Twitter desktop. I do have, because of the For You tab, okay? When I'm on my phone on Twitter, I see all that fucking drama, all that shit people talk about where everybody has to give their 2 cents, and it's fucking tiring. But if I go onto my computer, I have this good thing that's called Twitter Manager, where I have the For You page blocked out and I basically only see posts of people I follow. And then my Twitter experience is actually very nice. Gokubiri sune! Hi! I'm not afraid of Kumo than Goki. Wait, I'm more afraid of Kumo than Gokiburi? Why? Why? What did clouds do to you? No! Go-chan, no! Yada! Muri. There's drama, then there's legal. Both have fun though. I think it's just interesting because you can learn from that. That's my interpretation of it. If I see drama, you know, I see what not to do. Because of course, I'm not saying I never engaged in drama. I did. But then I was like watching YouTuber news and I saw that it's actually kind of stupid to do so. So my takeaway from this was, maybe I shouldn't do that. And then I stopped, you know, because the thing is, you have to watch stuff with a critical eye. Don't just like watch it and be like, ugh. Just analyze. I mean, I'm not telling you to like always analyze and always use your brain, because sometimes you just want to have like no brain function and be stupid and EP. But sometimes you have to watch stuff with a critical lens, not just like consume it. You know, you actually have to like have common sense, you know? I know there's like a, maybe I should rename this, common sense of stuff to do as a VTuber. I don't know, that's just my opinion. You don't have to consume anything if you don't like it, obviously. I'm not telling you have to consume VTuber news, but I do say it is kind of helpful if you know what's going on in the VTuber scene. And I personally just like BTS because then I don't actually have to do much of my research. I can just like, you know, watch them and they do it for me. And they are very thorough with their research, and they're not afraid to correct themselves and call themselves out if they have something wrong. They did it multiple times in the past when they were like, hey, we actually fucked up. We are now the topic of our own news thingy. So you remember that episode of yesterday? Yeah, we were actually fucking wrong because this and this, and there is new info. They do hold themselves accountable. That's why I really like BTS. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Even Japanese people hate cockroaches, so there are various insecticides available. Yeah. In all the conveni and pharmacies and Donkey, they have like so many anti-cockroach thingies. I had such a nightmare about them today. They were chasing me. Sine is sun? What? No, shine. Shine is the English word for sun, but Kuro meant sine. Shinderu. Dying. Stamp BTS. What the fuck, Kuro? Oh, Shine the band. I'm stupid. Can you unlock the basement door then? No, you're not allowed to leave. You read the fine print. Have common sense. Trust no one, not even the light. Another thing, right? Because you said something about trust. Do not immediately trust people. Again, have common sense, and I mean, I guess having some people knowledge will also be helpful. But I've seen so many people be like, the VTuber scene is full of fake ass bitches, and that might be the case. But in my 2 years of VTubing, I've never encountered a fake ass bitch. All the friends I've gained through VTubing, they're very cool people, and the reason for that, and the reason for me not being in any drama with any friends yet, and I hope it stays that way, is because I observe people first. I see how they react, and if I see they kind of a red flag, I take a step back, okay? And if I see that, hey, they're actually a very cool being, then yes, I interact with them. And then I go to the DMs, and then we talk a little bit. And I don't just be like, oh, do you know this person? I fucking hate this person. And then they're like, and then they go to this person and be like, oh yeah, the Yuma said they fucking hate you. Because don't do that. Don't just gossip. Like, I don't fucking... I say it once, and I will say it again. Rumors without evidence are just gossip, okay? If you talk about something but you actually have proof of, then yes, that's a little bit of a different opinion, you know, you feel free to talk about it. But if you just be like, oh my god, you saw this person, I don't know, Rurumi Yumimi, I heard that she burnt her pasta. What a fucking loser, can't even cook, okay? And I'm going like, oh my god, what the fuck, scusi, she burned the pasta, okay? Then obviously that would be gossiping. But then the person's like, you see that? This is a picture of her burning the pasta. Then this person has evidence, and with this, it's no longer gossip or rumor, it's the truth. And then I'm like, oh my fucking god, Rurumi Yumi burned pasta. How the fuck is it possible? You get what I'm putting down, but also don't just go into the people's DMs and gossip, because the thing is, if you only go into other people's DMs and gossip, chances are they'll be like, this person always gossips about people. It's just a matter of time when they gossip about me. So don't just always gossip. Even if you don't gossip about, like, okay, let's say me and Kuro were talking, and I constantly, I don't know, sorry Rumi, I'm sorry, I have like 2 friends. Let's say I constantly shit talk Rumi to Kuro, okay? Then maybe Kuro is like, maybe Yuma will also shit talk me to others. What is stopping them from doing the same to me, you know? So sorry, I have like 2 friends I take as an example. So don't do that shit. Don't just spread around gossip and shit. It is much more better for your own health and for the health of your future friendships if you go into other people's DMs and be like, hey yo, you see this person? They're amazing. So what I do is like I'm in Rumi's DMs. I'm like, hey Rumi, do you know Kuro? Look at it. Look at Kuro's pixels. Cause you know what happened? Rumi was like, oh my god, I need some pixel stuff. I really want something like this. And I was like, pixel stuff, huh? Hey, you know what? I know this the stinky VTuber, you know, who, by the way, Chad currently has comms open. Inquire about inquire about unpopular works about them. Anyways, I was like, yo, Kuro has like, you know, pixel comms and stuff. And she was like, oh my god, her pixel is so nice. And then I went to Kuro and I was like, Kuro, this person here, you know what they said about your pixels, huh? You know what they said about your pixels? They fucking love your pixels. And then Kuro's like, I'm gonna pixel them something. And then I was like, yo, Rumi, Kuro pixel something for you. And Rumi was like, oh my god. So you know what? I don't know. I think that's like way more fun to do. Just like talk about how much you like other people and other people's DMs is so much more fun. So maybe start doing that and concentrate on the people you actually do like instead of the people you hate. Because if you do want to rage about them, just go to your bestie and rage about whoever you need to rage about. But again, your bestie only, okay? You do not have to tell all your 50 friends about it, okay? Especially if you're not as close as to friend number 27 than you are to friend number 3. You have different stages of closeness to different friends, okay? And not everybody needs to have the same closeness information about your personal life, your dislikes and likes. Again, just use common sense. Stop trying to be a busybody and gossip. Stop trying to be a nosy bitch and pry into other people's stuff and then go around and tell it to other people. Because even if you think it's juicy gossip, okay, these people trust you with stuff. And it's just common courtesy to keep the stuff they trust you with to yourself, okay? I don't even think I need to say it, but I guess maybe sometimes people just forget that the other person who told you that is a human being. And doesn't matter how much you'd like to tell somebody about that juicy gossip you heard. Maybe just shut the fuck up and don't, okay? Because for you it might be gossip, for the other person it might be a common, a very serious issue they're facing right now, okay? So anyways, stop being a busybody, stop being a gossipy bitch. It will backfire eventually. It's just a matter of time until you're like exposed as a gossipy bitch if you constantly gossip. And I don't know, don't be too trustful, don't vent to everybody, and just, also that's another thing I hate, don't just call it venting all the time. If you have the need to like vent that much all the fucking time, maybe it's time to buy a diary, okay? Cause this shit will backfire. You are in an emotional state, okay? And if you're in an emotional state, you might be on a ragey or very sad tantrum, and then you maybe, you know, you just have it's one bad day it takes that you tell it to the wrong person, and then your entire fucking social circle can be ruined just because you were salty that Kuro Kojo dropped your ice cream, okay? Maybe don't. Disclaimer, Kuro did not drop my ice cream. But yeah, buy a diary if you feel the need to vent so extensively. Another thing I hate is like the vague posting. Stop it with the fucking vague posting, and then you have 20 people commenting on it and you're like, I'm not telling, but I can DM it to you. Like, that's the same fucking thing. Just say it out loud if you really have to, because if you really, like, if you DM it 20 people, if you tell it to 20 people in your circle, it doesn't really make a difference. You know, it's just, you try to make yourself look more interesting and gossipy and shit, and then you hide it as, oh, I was just venting in DMs. I wasn't talking about you in a post. No, shut the fuck up. You know what you were doing. Stop being manipulative. Maybe you are sometimes the problem, okay? Maybe you need to self-reflect as well. Don't do that shit. And if you don't do that shit, I can assure you, you'll have a good life as a VTuber with people you can trust and people you like. I've never had any beef with anybody in the 2 years I've been in this fucking sphere of VTubing, because I know when to step back, I know how to recognize red flag people, and I know when to shut the fuck up, and I know when sometimes you do not have to tell the world about whatever the fuck is going on right now, okay? So just have common sense, because right now you're a public figure and you should behave as such, okay? Because don't act like this and then turn around surprised at how could that happen? Oh my, if these aren't the consequences of my own actions, you know what I mean? I ate it. Stop vague posting, start the vogue posting, yes, exactly. Trying to have it both ways. Doing something you know that will draw attention to the topic while also trying to make it so everyone else is responsible because they asked. Exactly, it's a manipulative tactic and I don't like it. The northern part of Japan is a high northern latitude, so it's cold and there aren't any cockroaches, but there are a lot of them in Tokyo. I think I had that nightmare because yesterday it was raining. And then I was like, they come out of the rain. They come out of the rain. She burnt the pasta. She did nothing wrong, yes. There was some monster called Gizi Gizi in Japan. Try searching for Gizi Gizi. Gizi Gizi kawaii. Gizi Gizi kawaii. Kimo! Baby! どうして？ふざけんな！キモ You feeling look good. Oh my god. Do I want to show it on stream? Google it at your own digression. Kimo. Metal Kanga-sama. Reds are cute. Yeah, reds are cute. But Gizi. I wish to unlearn this knowledge. Kimo. Gizi. Wait. Yada. I'm not gonna eat the homeless in New York. What the fuck? They do that shit? They do that shit? Time to get the therapist. True. Maybe it's time for you to get a therapist. And also, one thing I have to tell you guys, and then I think that's where I stop the stream. Sometimes you are the problem, and I don't mean this in a bad way. Okay, but maybe you need to stop always blaming the entire world and everybody else for your shortcomings. And maybe you need to self-reflect and maybe think, okay, what can I do better? Because imagine, especially in the drama example, if you constantly have beef with people, is it really the other people? If you have beef with 10 people, how highly likely is it that you are never at fault and it's always the other people and it's 10 out of 10 people who are bad? Or maybe it's you, the common denominator, the one person all these people have something in common with, and maybe it is you. You know, that is something I had to learn at a very early age. Because when I was a teen, I had beef with people, you know? And maybe I was the problem, you know? And you know what was the problem? It doesn't even have to be ill intent, okay? I was not having malicious intent when I was the problem. I was the problem because I was trying to help, and it sounds stupid, but I was getting into everybody's business, and by trying to help, I made everybody's business worse. And then, obviously, I was the problem. Was my intention good? Yes. Was my execution bullshit? Also, yes. Was it the cause of most of my problems with other people? Kind of. Because I always wanted to, you know, help people, but sometimes you do not have to help people, okay? Because they have to help themselves, and sometimes helping people does not mean you have to solve their problems for them, because that can backfire. Sometimes helping people means just being there for them. So yeah, so you don't even have to be like a malicious person. So please don't take it the wrong way, okay? But maybe there is something you're doing kind of terribly wrong. Maybe it's just as stupid as you having your heart too much on the sleeve and then getting yourself into trouble because of it. Maybe it's you being a little bit too cocky and people take it the wrong way. Maybe it's your sense of humor that doesn't, you know, resonate with a lot of people, because I don't fucking know. Maybe you're autistic, and I'm not saying you being autistic is a problem, okay? I'm not saying that. But maybe the way you interpret jokes can be offensive to others, or vice versa. Maybe you were offended by how other people interpret a joke and you're like, well, yo, what the fuck, okay? So you have to kind of, again, use common sense, assess the situation, and make informed decisions. And am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. I'm only in an old house, so maybe yeah. Don't. Penny-chan, I need you. しないでください. Don't die. Wait, did I tell you to die or did I tell you not to die? Oh my god, please, don't die. Not allowed. Oh my god, my Japanese sucks. Too drugged up to feel the rats eating them. Oh my god. This has always been off made-up pic, bro. What do you mean? We're all a problem? No, you're not the problem. But maybe you are. Come to someone French. Open Minecraft. Yeah, do some surfing. Sorry. Yada. You're fine. That's over. That makes sense. Make dollar. I've always tried to be that wholesome person, to be honest. It's because it wasn't this nice in my past and I wanted to do better. Then again, I know there are people who could use that to hurt me. I mean, the most important part is that it can change. The one thing I do want to say, cancel culture is a thing. And it is easy for people to get swept up in a hate mob. Because we're all chronically online, right? And sometimes these hate mobs don't really allow people to change. Obviously, I'm not saying that everybody has a chance of changing, because sometimes there are people out there committing actual very bad crimes involving other very vulnerable people, and I'm not talking about these people. I'm talking about people who fuck up a little and then get hated for it, okay? You have the possibility to change, and sometimes the internet doesn't give you the opportunity to, so my advice is to log off, do that changing, do that self-reflecting, maybe get some therapy if you need it, and then if you feel strong enough, come back. And own up to your mistakes, own up to your past. If you're like open about it, if you're open about your mistakes, if you don't try to like hide them, sweep them under the rug, okay, then maybe it can get better, you know. And it is like important that you want to make that change, that you want to make a positive impact on people. And as long as that's like the thing you want to do and you actually stick to it, I think you're on the right path. Because I think like people have the possibility to change for the better. Wait. I kill self. Will you sacrifice for dark magic? No, I need you. You're not allowed to die. I found a window in the basement. What should I do? Tell me, master. You can kind of only like open it halfway. Oh my god, why is my model breaking? Wait. Why is my model breaking? Anyways, you can open it halfway while I go on the desk and break, I guess, to get some fresh air, but don't climb out of it. There are spikes and some poison on it, so don't. Tape it? Duct tape it or packing? Oh, okay. Once my model stops lagging, let me try to do this again. Okay, wait. Oh my god. Okay, my V-bridge just fucking broke. Okay, I'm back. I think I talked for too long. I'm getting tired, and I think this video is too long again to be like actually like a good video then. So let's end it here. How do I end stream on YouTube again? Oh my god. Okay, there we go. I can't even rate people. Right, I wanted to look for somebody to rate. I can't do that. I believe in second chances. Me too. My friend have said that can ask you to tell about your past if you don't want. The thing you have changed means most, being better now than the past. Yeah, obviously, you don't have to be like, hello, my name is, I don't know, I'm just taking you as an example there, and I used to murder kitties. Like, don't do that. I don't think you murdered kitties, by the way. Don't. I was just exaggerating. Darius could never. He could never. He's a kitty himself. No kiss goodbye. Yes, maybe if you tell me that you like me, then I'll maybe give you guys a kiss goodbye, okay? Give us a kiss before you end. Oi. Oh, thank you for stream and take shower. Yeah, I do feel stinky now. I need to take a shower. And just don't hurt kitties. No, never hurt kitties. Unless you're a pill cat, then I will kick you. I like you. Good. Feed my ego. I don't want to kiss. What the heck? You don't want to kiss? I like you. Good. Okay. There's your goodbye kiss. Okay, Kanta-sama. That is it from me. And I hope you have a nice night. I hope that stream was helpful. And I hope I will not get cancelled for it. So... Bye-bye! Yuyukawart! Sleep well! Bye-bye!